YouTube. Sup, birches? Welcome to I had a whole intro planned, but we're late, and we're late because we made our first we had an executive decision to make. So we made our first big change of the channel. We thought that instead of saying the radical recap wrestling, why isn't it the radical wrestling recap? Right? Because it's a recap. And I'm GCap of the GCap recap.
Yes, you are.
Right. I didn't think it makes sense. So, yes, we apologize for our tardiness. It's 150% Ryan's fault, but we'll let this one slide. I'm just kidding. I'm GCap. Welcome to the rebranded Radical Wrestling Recap. This is the Vince McMahon episode. You wanted it. You voted on it last time. And by God, we're going to deliver it.
Right? We are bringing you Vince McMahon realness, as they say.
Yes.
As the kids say. Can we say the kids say?
Yes. We can say anything. As long as what do you call it? As long as it's fun and legal and not problematic, Ryan, because this is a fun show.
Yes. We bring the fun. That is right.
This is a radical show. Why is it radical? Because of that beautiful man right there to the right of your screen. Ryan. No. You're a beautiful man.
Oh, see, because he's over there on the right.
Vince is scares me.
He's giving you the side eye, actually, Jeff. He's literally looking at you now on my end of things.
Oh man, I didn't notice that before.
And he's smiling. He likes what he sees.
Hi.
No, wait.
I'm doing it the wrong.
Yeah, dude.
I'm never gonna get used to it.
Everything is flipped in our world. Matter of fact, our brains have flipped as well. So, but we were so excited to do this because I feel like Jeff. Oh, by the way, I'm Ryan. I don't know. I always forget to say that.
He's a beautiful man, Ryan.
That's right. I got distracted by the beautiful comments and Vince. But anyway, the first time that this wonderful man and I spoke, oh my God, we're both this one.
You did the right one.
We had I don't even know. It was because what? You were getting news for AEW.
Might be like that. It was the CM Punk. It was like a real thing that he was going to debut, and it was from some pretty reliable resource. And that was the day like those sources came out that this was like probably going to be a real thing. So I started digging into it, and I mean, I was so excited. So, God, it feels like that was like a year ago. Like a couple months,
I feel like I have known you forever, in a good way, though. Like,
yeah. Because
this conversation, everyone, it bonded us. If Vince McMahon doesn't bond you together, what else can?
Ask Ryan if you liked wrestling, and then I don't even know. I started. I think I was joking. I think Ryan sneezed, and I told him not to sneeze, that it annoys me. And he was like, what? And I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. It's Vince McMahon. It's like his thing. And so we started going down all the Vince McMahonisms, and it was funny. So we had a good time.
We had a blast. I mean, of course, you always hear about Vince and the shenanigans that he's up to, but you never, I didn't hear the ones that you had told me. And then you had amazing ones, and then they just kept coming. Yeah. And I was just blown away. And that's when I knew this was going to be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Absolutely. So this is the Vince McMahon episode. We figured while we were waiting for some people to roll in, because we scheduled this later than usual, because for the West Coasters, so that this isn't like 6 hours again.
Our record is 4, and then literally like 4 and some change. So yeah, we were really the second time we were really milking it for everything that we had. We
almost made it to 5 last time. It was pretty absurd. But
I mean, people, everyone stuck by. So I got to say the dedication and just the excitement as well. It means so much to both of us, because I know when we speak off camera that we're both just so excited that people enjoy this, and the comments, and that people are so excited to stay for 4.5 hours. So.
Yeah, I mean, we stayed because you guys had questions and we were talking. So this
You
this
gave
is
us
great.
life. You gave
Yeah.
us energy to get through it.
You did. So as we're waiting for people to come in, I mean, we've got a couple of big topics in wrestling. So I mean, last night was freaking Full Gear.
Well, yes, it was.
Freaking awesome show. Should I say hi to everybody first? There's some people in the comments.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's our good friend Paige's Films and Plastics, who's always joined us before.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, my friend. So our boy Star-Lord is here. Star-Lord 7.
Mr. Mac Daddy Vince.
Yes.
Ah.
What's up, dudes? Oh, Lucia.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. We were just talking about you before we started. So we were hoping you were going to be here. So thank you for joining. This is the, hello, Alucard. How are you?
How are you? Thank you for coming.
Very, very
as
cool
always.
Guy. Friend and cool guy, Alucard. Vince is yeah, because Ryan, because I was saying you were the beautiful man, not Vince. There was confusion, and I think PFP just backed that whole thing up, and he does say hello to you. So
hello, and I have to say, especially this Vince is extra ugly because this was from our Hard Rock Zombies review. If anyone who's seen our review, where Jeff is brought back to life, and Vince here is what we have to thank for that. But he's been in the closet since we filmed that review. Mm-hmm. What did we do at the end of September?
Yeah, we did it before. Yeah, we did it before October. Yeah, I think it was September.
So
I'm still wearing shorts.
Oh well, you got to hang on to the shorts for as long as you can.
I know. It's been very cold lately.
It's been freezing. Oh my God, there was a hurricane here on Long Island. Ooh. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
He's been hanging out in the closet, falling down, disintegrating, and this is the last where he ran out of ink in that last eyeball. So we were saving him for this day.
That's beautiful, man. Bring him forward. Show everybody.
Give everybody a nice forward. Bring him before us.
Yeah,
so
Vince is going on trial. I mean, you did such a great job with this. This was not. Look at this.
So, I mean, I was inspired by not only the big heads in the movie, but we know, I mean, wrestling fans love the big head. So there's evidently a website. You put any picture in. I selected this picture of Vince.
Yes.
And you can make a giant head of it. So I mean, I will hold on to him as long as he lasts, and maybe he could pop up for holiday seasons.
The way, so how some of his pieces looks like his flesh is falling off, and there's all this discolorization.
It's the eyes that I love, the bloodshot eyes. This is the picture I had to choose of all the pictures. I couldn't get him smile. The ears, just wow.
That's fantastic.
And he will watch. He'll watch down upon us to judge us profusely.
Yeah. Oh, he's running away. Get him before he comes back. He's going after the world title. He doesn't want you to take that.
Yeah, he is exactly.
Yeah, it's a cool world title. I need to get a belt. Oh,
it's
I better not say belt around Vince. Whoops.
He's gonna put you in a match tonight. Damn it!
That would hold up your pants, pal.
It's the fanny pack belt. It's the cheapest one. And if you're going to have a fanny pack, it should be. But have I used this anywhere? No. That's why tonight everyone's graced with this.
Yes. No, I think it's wonderful. I like it. It's better. I don't have anything in the back. I don't have any. I just realized I don't have anything.
You have Hacksaw Jim Duggan's plywood board in the back.
Because I look at this all the time. So everything, you know what I mean? It's, everything kind of blends in because I always look at I got a hacksaw behind me.
Not only that, Jeff, you got that cool nifty gun that I know you got a contest going on currently over on your channel.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, everybody, I'm having a giveaway. I'm going to get 500 subscribers by January 1st, or else I'm not going to give it away. Well, I mean, it's a gold subscription. So
you heard it here first.
Thing I'm giving away here. This is a lot of this is a cool gift. So. But yeah, I just I wanted to make it fun, a little game for everybody to play in. So anybody that's already entered, thank you. But yeah, thank you.
Oh, you got entries already? Yay!
Yes, some people calling out the trivia. I don't have nobody made a video yet. I thought that would have been hot. I thought people would have made little quick videos, but
See, I would do
It's
it as a
early.
fan
It's
of
early.
yours, but I feel like I don't want to interfere because I'm behind you already. We need that new blood.
The new blood.
I actually have a Vince Dracula story that I found, so to be continued later.
Yes, don't forget to say that because I've never heard that. So I want to I'm gonna hear. Let's see what some of our peeps said.
Yes, and please, everyone, please also share anything that you might have heard. We don't even care if it's true or not. No, make it good. Make it good.
It's not true. No, yeah, just isn't so. All right, so let's do this. So as we're still waiting for people to join, I will say let me just go back to this. I can do all this other stuff later. Let's talk a little bit about Full Gear. Right?
Very, very hot off the presses, this is. I mean, right off literally a few hours. Well,
that and guys, remember we told you probably like months ago we were going to do the Vince McMahon episode. So by the time Ryan and I got together and Halloween was out of the way, I'm like, we were going to do this like last weekend, but we're like, Full Gear's going to happen, and potentially it looked like we were finally going to get a closure to the Adam Page story, which is the best told wrestling story probably since I don't even know, probably since the 90s, for real.
Okay,
I'm that bold. That it was told properly. Like we had the Summer of Punk, but then that got interrupted by Triple H. I went off about that last time. You had the Daniel Bryan story where he lost to Sheamus, and then the very next year he defied all odds and beat everybody, beat the whole corporation, and what do you call it? Like the real like corporation of like Stephanie Triple H. But it was all
the Authority. Weren't they called the Authority?
The Authority,
or something?
thank you, the Authority. But like the real, like it was almost blurred the lines of where he was fighting like the real corporation, and we were, the little guys. Were the little guy. He's the little guy. He was the people. He was like us. He was the everyday man. But that story was put together because CM Punk left. That was not supposed to happen, so that doesn't count. They had to scramble at the last second to sell tickets, and people were not interested in Randy Orton and Batista. So,
no, remember that? I mean, but Batista now coming off his Guardian of the Galaxy zombie movie, treatment, he would be amazing. But remember when he came back a few years ago and they were calling him Boo-tista?
Boo-tista, yep. Remember they called him Blue Tista too because when they put what's it called, Evolution back together again to go against the Shield, he was wearing all blue. That's good stuff. That's good shit, pal. But anyway, the Hangman story was the best. So we wanted to wait for this one. We wanted to wait for that pay-per-view to end, kind of hit that one. The opening match was MJF versus Darby Allin, and I thought that was the freak. I mean, that was, to me, that was like match of the night. I love that match.
Darby is fantastic. Awesome. As a newer AEW watcher, in the scheme of things, he's fantastic. Such charisma. Like, he is definitely a natural talent. And not even upcoming. He's amazing though. Amazing.
Yeah. Do we have he is, I mean, if MJF was I think he was shooting a little bit on that when he was talking about the four pillars and how those two were the four pillars. And yeah, I mean, they're unless you're JR, then they're the four pillows. Did you hear that?
Oh my God.
That was great.
Oh my God.
That was awesome. I love when JR does that stuff. Everyone gets mad, but I think it's funny.
I like it. That's what you expect from him, right? Mm-hmm. I mean,
yeah, he'll get murdered for doing stuff like that though. Tony Schiavone screws up. It's what do my friends say? It's endearing. It's considered endearing.
It's endearing.
Everyone loves Tony. I mean, I love Tony. I mean, Tony's wonderful. So, but that match was awesome. Once again though, MJF had to use that ring, that gimmick, that gimmick finish. Never really had another battle royal or anything to decide like to get another ring, right? It's been a few years. I think it's time to defend that ring.
Oh,
I think it's time to defend that ring. Prove he's,
that sounds like something will probably happen, though. You don't, right? You think?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, because I think he's been using that to win like his last 5 or 6 matches, and it's like, all right, like somebody's got to call him out on the whole ring. Like he tells me,
you would hope.
What's that?
You would hope, but
I would hope. But
he was Mr. Fuji'd.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, it's the what do you call it? The throwing salt.
It's all bath salt. I was gonna say bath salt zombies.
Bath salt. Mr. Fuji turning people into zombies that are eating their faces, right? In their own faces. Yeah.
That was, oh my god, yeah, that was crazy years ago.
Why don't they do that as a gimmick? Why don't they do that as like
the bath salt zombies?
People eat your own face. Like that's how you distract yourself. You're like,
I mean, we're halfway there too. Like one of the things was getting naked, right? They would overheat, so they'd strip down too. So you were naked bath salt zombies. So, you got the tights on. You just, you run out there.
Yep.
You never know what you're going to get on this show.
No.
Discussion.
How we get on bath salts?
Mr. Fuji, I think.
We get on Mr. Fuji in the Anyway,
shout out to Mr. Fuji.
Yes, Mr. Fuji's wonderful. What else? I'm trying to think. We had a
Miro and you go please in order. I forgot the order of the matches. Sorry.
Oh, I did too. I'm just trying to pick some of the ones. The tag team match. I mean, anytime Lucha Brothers are involved in anything.
Oh yes.
Right. So
we're not talking about the other luchas that were over at the Lucha House Party.
Yeah, the Lucha Brothers, that match was great. The FTR against FTR. I think that I want to say that I think Dax Harwood might have been hurt because they looked like they were going to do something with the masks, but then it never went anywhere, and then it was just kind of like a lame ending. And then he never came back out later. They come out later to help in the Andrade Malachi Black whole thing happening with Cody, but only Dash and Tully came out. So I was like, I bet you he's legit hurt because that doesn't make sense.
I wonder if they didn't say. I mean, we're used to WWE announcing an injury as soon as it happens. So I wonder if anything today announced that there was any injury, like a real injury.
I forgot to. I mean, I thought maybe somebody would have popped up, but I didn't. I'll just be honest. I didn't check any wrestling news today.
Yeah, it was a full day for me as well with Vince.
Hopefully, Mr. Fuji. I mean, Mr. Fuji. Now, Mr. Fuji's going to be like Mr. Fuji, Pee Wee Herman's secret word, like every time.
When you say this word, scream real loud, everybody.
But yeah, that tag team match was awesome. The women's match was great. A lot of people online were very they weren't giving it to Ty Conti. They didn't think she. I thought the match was.
I was entertained. What do they want? They want everything.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. I thought they were great.
Yeah, I thought nothing. It was a good match.
Yeah, they don't do anything with the women's division and try to give people a shot. People complain. They all of a sudden now are all in on the women's division and trying to give new people shots to build their own stars. People are going to complain. You can't win. You can't win.
I feel like it's hard. I mean, WWE was getting it right for a little while. They were having almost not as equal, but they were giving a lot of like almost 3 a night, let's say, for a Raw. Now it seems like they're kind of sliding back to the old days of maybe 1 or 2. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Like it seems like you're right. People complain if they add too many, but
yeah. And well, you also have this. You also have the fact that the women's wrestling, at least during WWE for a long time, was basically a glorified piss break. I mean,
that was terrible the way the women were treated. I mean, I want to say even up until Total Divas was the shift, maybe that that was terrible.
The Revolution. I mean, if anything, I think it would probably be the NXT.
Oh, of course. Oh, yes, the 4 horsewomen.
Mm-hmm. And all them coming up. So that garnered a lot of change. Speaking of piss break, I really hope this is the end of that damn Inner Circle and freaking Team Terrible, as I like to call them. I am so sick of that. I want them to stop. Seriously, I told AEW's pretty much they're on point with stuff, but I will call them out for their crap. And I'm over that. I don't like it. The whole thing just felt whatever, and it just got a lot of attention. But hopefully that's the end of that, because enough already. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky do not need that guy. Two fantastic wrestlers. So I thought they were going to do a lot more with Scorpio Sky when they eventually broke up SCU, believe it or not. So, I mean, once Christopher Daniels transitioned to the manager role, and Scorpio Sky was one of the first people on Dynamite that fought Chris Jericho for the world title. So, man, this is it feels like it's like years ago, and which it is. I don't. It's
close, but still, it feels like forever.
Feels like a decade ago. But yeah. So anyway, thankfully they went over. The Inner Circle went over. Hopefully we can move on. Sammy Guevara. I think one of the things I didn't like about that match as well is that Sammy was supposed to. I felt like he should have had a TNT title match. Like I feel like he didn't need to get. Yeah, maybe a rematch with Miro or something. I don't know. Something like that. But.
Well, I gotta say, yes, I agree of rematch, but I do like that Miro and Brian Danielson.
You did it. You for all of you, yeah. What is it? Context time. Yeah, we were trying
backstage going through everything. Say everything wrong here, damn it, before you get out.
But no, we had
it. Be a different name.
Yeah, no, you were on. Yes, that match.
But just seeing, I mean, because in my core, I love WWE. Like, and I want it to be like a solid thing. So seeing the two of them together wrestling, different names, it's just like a throwback for me. So it was nice.
I feel that with I was talking to my friend about this last night. I was trying to think of if those two met in WWE and actually fought before, because a lot of people are like, oh, here we go again with the WWE guys fight. And I was like, wait a second. No, internet. No, because the timelines never lined up with each other. Right. So, I mean, when Rusev, and I got to not say Miro, when Rusev was there, Daniel Bryan was on his Yes movement. That whole angle, right?
We had Lana at the height of Crash.
Yep, that whole thing, and he was, they what's it called? They two totally different parts of the show. I mean, this was the rise of Rusev.
That's when he was the unstoppable, the Bulgarian brute.
Rusev. Yep, he was just crushing everybody, right? So then Daniel Bryan, or I'm going to say it, Daniel Bryan. No, I'm going to say Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryan had to retire the first time, or whatever, take off for the injury. So they stripped him of the title, and then that's when Rusev became more prominent. Daniel Bryan came back, won the Intercontinental title, and then unfortunately had to really retire. So then he was gone. Rusev wasn't in the Intercontinental title scene at all, so they totally missed.
Could they have done like a Survivor Series kind of like match?
I'll leave it. Hey, our viewers, let me know if I'm wrong. They did not fought each other. They did not.
So then there you go. So then this is a dream match for us people who were used to seeing them over there when they were Rusev and Daniel Bryan, the Flying Goat.
And Vince does not like, notably, self-admittedly, he does not like, large guys fighting smaller dudes. And he thinks it's ridiculous. Even though The Undertaker's totally realistic. But with magical powers. But so this was a good match. And they actually did do a good match. And I love the way how
both are always amazing.
The finish happened. Bryan went over. Miro got knocked out. He kind of like slipped in that move, kind of hit his head, kind of knocked himself loose, and that's why he put him in the finish that what do you call it, hold? And gosh, I forgot the name of the hold. But yeah, he puts him in the hold. Match is over. It's done.
I'm trying to think of his old move.
Yeah, well, I was saying instead of the bell lock, he has that new one he does on the bigger dudes, where he like Yeah, it's just like I think it's like a real move. Like if somebody put me in that, I would probably be dead if they don't let me out of it. So that's I'd lose consciousness and just die.
They're gonna get these fists.
Yeah. But anyway, that was a great, moving on. That was a great match. That was awesome. I want to say one of my, if I may,
of course,
one of my pet peeves was, and I want to say I liked everything until the end. And I'm a CM Punk mark. You know this. But
yes.
The CM Punk, Eddie Kingston. I love both of those guys. They were kind of thrown together because of this whole thing with Moxley, this whole unfortunate situation with Mox. And so, because there wasn't a lot of buildup, but I hope this isn't
right.
Because you got two of the best talkers in the business going at each other. I legit was confused to where I'm like, are they really about to, you know what I'm talking about
good.
from last
it's
2 Dynamites ago? I'm like, are they really gonna scrap? Like, and then there was like the headbutt and some of the things that were said. I'm like,
that's how we do it out in the jungle. The headbutt, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, yeah, right. So, I think maybe somehow Eddie Kingston should have gone over. CM Punk's.
You think it's because they have to still show Punk as this, even though he's not a new per se, he's the newest, one of the newer talents. I feel like they're still going to push him a little more. And
right. And then all of a sudden, did you start to notice that the crowd started, they were all kind of Punk at first. Then all of a sudden you got a little split. Right? And then you started to hear a lot for Eddie. So,
but you know what? That's good. It just shows you that the crowd is being fair. They're not just putting it over, just because Punk is Punk. I like that when you can actually win the crowd over and you're splitting usually a sea of CM Punk marks.
Yep.
And fans.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. There is no better iteration of CM Punk than a heel CM Punk. So if that's where we're going, bring it on. I'm ready for it. He's awesome. He's awesome as a heel. So
I agree.
Right.
Moxley too.
So I'm trying to think with those matches. So we talked about Team Terrible. So that was done. Thank goodness. Hopefully
Team Terrible.
That's what I'm calling them. I can't stand it. I can't. It was like the Anthony Go-Go, whatever. That dude, the UK guy with Cody Rhodes.
I was gonna say Cody Rhodes, yeah.
I'm just not into it. But whatever. If you like it, God bless you. I'm glad you did. I use that time to. That's
when you use the bathroom. That's when we know when Jeff's leaving the building.
That was my friend and I are like, that's definitely the piss break for this show. But they added the next to last match. I'm like, oh no. But
did I ever tell you 10 years ago the Usos used to be my way of knowing when I went to a live show when to go to the bathroom? I'd be like, oh, it's
really?
the Usos. I'm so Usos.
Let's hear this.
Time. It's okay. It's time. They've won me over. I like them, but at the time.
Yeah, well, they
I would stay for the Divas matches and Usos. I would be like, okay, this is the time. Let me go. I'm going to that long line in that bathroom, that men's room.
Well, now you can't go. Now they're in jail, right? Or one of them is. Then
he keeps getting arrested. This is like his 4th time. There's a brother, a younger Uso. That's another Us.
Have they grown on? I do like them. Have they grown on you over time?
Yes, over the years, yes, they have grown. I think they're good wrestlers, but this whole brotherhood storyline now currently,
yes,
to throw it a little to WWE for any WWE, anyone who's out there, crickets.
I'll say this. I just want to put up a question so we get some comments. This is my thing. It's very, I try to talk and everything.
He's
and
always a maestro on here. He clicks. He's got these beautiful banners that he puts on masterfully. Keeps the conversation going.
We should call this. We should rename the show. GCap forgets to check the comments when he's talking, and then we have to play catch up for 40 minutes. I'm gonna get to all your stuff, guys. I promise. I always do. So, but just before I do that, though, finally. The Hangman story. Old story.
Yes. It was great too.
The nod of respect and approval from the Young Bucks. Finally, yeah, man, you Did you ever see that movie Juice?
Yeah.
The very, very end was like, "You got the juice now, man." Like that's what happened. That was that nod right before
The juice was given.
Yes. Yeah. So we got.
They were exchanged.
Got a new. Yeah. So we have a new champ. The page era and the page era begins now. Curious to where the whole elite thing's gonna go. Like with Omega, I feel that the super click. Which that was an awesome match too. That was a fantastic.
A lot of good match. A lot of packed card, honestly.
Yeah, I was saying if I had to pick it something, it was I don't know. I would have did something maybe a little bit different with the end of the Kingston match, and I would have put that Team Terrible one on way earlier. And that's not saying anything about Inner Circle. You know, I love the Inner Circle, so I like those dudes. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the Super Click. How about the announcement that Jay Lethal?
I thought you were gonna say JR.
I had no idea this was gonna happen.
Sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry I missed that.
The Jay Lethal announcement. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. Yeah. Sorry, I was too busy talking to myself, blabbering on about JR. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. The announcement. Yes, very exciting announcement.
Yes. So he was the last Ring of Honor champion. Unfortunately, that's no more. That's very sad. I don't like to see other places closing shop. And so now, Black Machismo. He even came out to the Black Machismo music, which was awesome. So it's great.
Yes.
I like him a lot. I really, really do. I think that was great that he's going to be there. So
it gets more exciting as the weeks pass.
Yes. So I'm gonna real fast switch over to some comments because we have more people rolling in now. So we got to tee up.
Thank you everyone again for joining us and coming here and listening to us blab. JR.
This goes to show you how I haven't checked the comments. We're talking. That's awesome that you were there. That's awesome you were there. That was probably the last really exciting WrestleMania for me. I thought that was.
I've yet to be to a WrestleMania. I mean, I've done all those house and like the not Raws and SmackDowns, but a WrestleMania.
Yep. And to be at that one, like that was big. That was a big main event. Brian went over. That was amazing. Oh yeah.
Derby.
Somebody else joining. Hey, what's up, man?
Mr. Fuji. Look at the love for Mr. Fuji.
There's fever dream right there. What's going on, buddy? Yes, Mr. Fuji, let's smash people with that cane. Yup. My friends and I were joking, or my friend last night and I were joking too. We thought there was going to be like the double turn. We were just kidding. It was the way Tully Blanchard was dressed. He looked like with that jacket, he should have been managing the Lucha Bros, and I said maybe it's going to be like a Survivor Series when he turned and went with the powers of pain.
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been great. Oh my god!
Right around Thanksgiving too would have been perfect timing. Batista is in season 2. What shows?
Is it actually called C? Like I see you? What boy? We're okay. I'm glad I'm not just alone with this because I'm so behind though with a lot of things. So
I think Batista's so awesome. He's great. I like him as an actor. Star-Lord, yeah. If you're still here, man. I don't know anything about that show. I'm sure maybe it's a misspelling or something. I'm sure, but Impact deserves a lot of credit from his. Heck yeah, man. Absolutely. There's a lot of good wrestling that was coming from even New Japan had good. Well,
here we go.
Where were you when we were advertising this? We could have used that line.
Damn it.
Yeah. Ryan could have made you your own fat head of Vinnie Mac.
It could look this good too with peeling action.
Punk was
heel heat.
Oh yeah. We're just So yeah, we were just talking about that. So I'm really hoping this is going to plant the seeds for that because It's been a great homecoming. Him coming back, being happy. I mean, we had a whole to start the whole live stream for us. This was big news, and I'm glad he's here. I think he's a wonderful addition to AEW. I'm admittedly a huge fan, but man, when he's a heel, man, untouchable. So.
Yes, Al. Yes.
That's really great. Well, thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, giving us a cosign. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. WWE
crowd cheer playing while watching this.
Yes,
4 pillows. Yes.
That was so funny. Like, did you just say 4 pillows? See if and everybody has been very hard on JR, but like I said, if Tony did this, so he said, my friend said, it's very it would be very endearing. Do you know that like Tony Schiavone said fuck like 2 weeks ago? Like, oh, that's this fucking while he was in ring and it wasn't bleeped and
nothing.
Conrad Thompson on his podcast had to tell him the very next week, like, how are you, like, you're an untouchable man, like Tony Khan, nobody said anything to you, no executives. He's like, no, yeah, you said the F-bomb. But I thought that was funny.
There you go.
No, this is
the actual name.
This is an actual show.
Wow.
I don't have Apple TV.
It seems like they're getting a lot of exclusives too.
I know.
There's so many streaming services. I
always said this was going to happen. We were going to have cable. Cable was going to get too expensive. People were going to go to streamings, and then everybody was going to break off. So we're seeing a revolution of how we watch television.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of bills going up because each one's got a separate one. I want to bundle them. Give me a bundle.
Yeah, damn it. And they'll be back and it'll be like Cablevision again, but with streaming services. Yeah.
There you go. You're right. It's exactly. Then all of a sudden you'll be paying for channels. Like, I never watched this.
So I'll take one more, and then we can get to the Vince portion.
Oh, the moment that everyone is waiting for.
Schiavone is a beast.
Ooh.
Is that what Jericho calls him? Schiavone?
You said that fantastically too.
Yeah, I nailed that. That was pretty good.
You did.
Yeah. I remember the last time I even said Schiavone.
Vince is watching you.
I mean, he's directing.
He's got his eyes on you, brother.
He looks like he's looking at that gun. I'm waiting for his hand to come in.
He is. He's waiting. That's right.
Throw it in the garbage. Stop playing with toys, pal.
Like,
yeah. Be an adult. Yeah.
You're not the donuts.
Well, while we have some people on here, real fast, I would please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Super appreciate it. Would help me out a lot. Especially
he's trying to get to 500 for his contest. He's so close. Yeah.
My contest. Please tell your friends, tell your family, tell somebody, tell anybody.
Your kids, your husband, your wife.
If you get more points, if you send somebody over and they're like, yo, whoever sent me, then you get more points. I made it like a little game. I tried to make it fun.
I like the video entry portion personally.
What's that?
I like the video entry portion personally.
Yeah. And you can do it on whatever you want. You can sit there.
You can do it on Vince McMahon, right?
30 seconds. I don't care. As long as you're like, oh yeah, an energy caps giveaway.
Oh,
yeah.
Do it a little more enthusiasm, please.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tell people can do whatever they want. I just, because we're gonna have holidays, we're gonna have some time off. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be miserable. So everybody's back.
Everyone wants a gun that makes sounds, lights up, and makes them feel happy.
I mean, I absolutely love this thing. I'm seriously. I don't even. I do. But thank you.
Shout out again to your fabulous sister.
Oh man. My sister has like such cred. It's not even funny. She's not so. That was very kind of her to do that. And since she sent me more than one, because I only want one for myself, why not have a contest? So we also have subscribe to Ryan's channel as well.
I'm always welcome to have new friends. Thank you.
Yes. Believe it or not, hitting like and all that stuff. It's not like we say this just to say this. Like, it really does help. So it moves you up and people can see you and all that all that fun.
Now, unfortunately, yeah, it's all about the likes and to share out.
It's all about these numbers, but still, though, we will always bring you the best entertainment. So let me just think. I don't think anybody.
We hope, we pray.
We pray. It's going to be a slobber knocker.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for getting that, Al. How'd your kids? How'd your wife? How'd your husband?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh, jeez. Remember I saw that on Tosh. I missed it like the first run.
Yeah, early. I got sick of him after a while.
Yeah, I missed that whole
thing. I mean, I love Tosh.0.
Yeah. Let me see.
My God. Yes, oh God.
So I'll say this, like, if anybody has anything else to say about, what's it called? Anybody else has anything to say for Full Gear? I think enough time has passed. I think now we've reached, like I said, I think that 30 to 40 minute was going to be that lap between the East Coasters and the West Coasters. We're trying to get this down to a science. So without further ado, we should get capping, right?
Let's get capping. You do it so much better.
That's okay. No, I think you did just fine.
Thank you.
I think it was beautiful.
I want the sound effects though, like welcome to Cappy Hour.
Yeah, I don't pay. I'm too cheap. I only pay. I don't pay for the stream.
Oh, there we go. I just heard the sound effect.
Oh, that was.
It was delayed because of the internet connection that we're currently on. But this title, The Wild and Very Weird World of Vince McMahon.
Oh no! I lost my light.
Is that what that light was? I just heard something blink.
They totally went out. Oh wow.
That just gives you your mind energy. You're exploding lights over there. You're just ready to talk about Vince. You got it all up in here.
Yeah,
X-Men style.
Oh yeah. I just want to make sure. Yeah, everything's. I mean, I don't need them. I'm totally fine. Let's. So here's what we're gonna do. So we talked last time. We've been using different references. We talk about Vince McMahon stories. Anything we're telling you right now. JR said it. It could be anybody. Chris Jericho could have said something. Jim Cornette could have co-signed on.
A lot of them came from Jim.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, and so
Paul Heyman, Jim Ross. Did we say Jim? Paul? Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't there. We don't know about this. We're just reading them like you do. There's a whole Twitter account from a writer, a unnamed writer, I believe. It just has all these.
This is amazing because he honestly is when you dive deeper into the man. Mm-hmm. I was saying to Jeff off camera, this should be the Tiger King documentary. This man is insane. The layers are, I mean, in a genius, I guess, but the layers and things I found out, including even what he went through as a child that I never knew, like his mother.
Yeah, living in North Carolina, probably why he has a certain view of the South and all that. So who knows, man? I'll just say this. He's a fascinating creature.
But you know what? It might be explained. I've heard that he had abuse going on as a child. So this might, it might explain some things. So, but I feel like we had to give him that, at least that moment.
Vince McMahon has brought us so much joy.
Honestly, he has
through the years, and sure, WWE is just being sold off and divested enough to be sold to Disney. So,
and the other thing we've been talking about, right? The rumors are ramping up. Disney. That
just makes too much sense because we're, over the summer, you and I are like, what's going? Like, why is this even happening? Like, so with all these recent releases too, so.
God, and here we go. The wrestlers, it's going to be Star Wars all over again. The wrestlers are going to be stuck on an island somewhere, not using their talents. It's going to be Luke Skywalker all over again.
Oh, yeah. So,
but it seems like this is a thing, and honestly, it seems like it would fit in perfectly with Disney. I mean, at this point, they have the family aspect.
Yes.
If you going for the last few years. So, I mean, at least over 11 years, at least it's been family friendly entertainment.
So what do we do? How about if we do this? I'll tell a story, you tell a story, and we'll just go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth.
God,
How's
where
that
do you?
sound?
I want you to begin because you were the one who started it off. So please.
Why don't I just start off with the one? I guess I'll go into a little bit more about, and I probably most people that are on here that are wrestling fans will probably know what I'm talking about. So sneezing, the act of sneezing, and this has been confirmed. It's basically seen as a sign of weakness to Vince. He doesn't like it because he can't control it. So he tries not to sneeze. If you sneeze in front of him, just don't even do anything for like 20, 30 minutes because he's going to be upset that he couldn't control the sneeze and that you cannot control yourself. JR told a story about he had gotten over a cold. And you know what? I found out, Ryan, I think this happened to Jim Cornette too.
Yes.
But Jim Ross, I guess, was like, kind of new to the company. And he's like, well, man, I can't just not go in for my first, gig or whatever. I got to go to this meeting. And he's sitting there the whole time. And he's just holding it or whatever. And he's trying not to cough. And finally, lets out a little sneeze. Well, Vince is kind of just stops what he's doing, starts looking around and, they just whatever. And I think he called the meeting and then they said like, yeah, you can't sneeze around Vince.
It's so great. It's a natural human response, but
yeah, you have to. It's to use to get like dust mites and things out of your body that don't belong there. So your body's cleaning itself. It should happen. If you're happening, it doesn't make you a weakling. It's kind of if you're not sneezing, you're in trouble.
He's judging you. Oh, he don't like this one bit. He don't like this one bit.
He doesn't look very happy. He doesn't look very happy.
Matter of fact, the eye is getting closer to your ray gun.
Yes.
Your cotton candy gun.
He's going to turn me into a cotton candy thing, right?
He's going to eat you right up.
But it's considered a sign of weakness. So Ryan had brought up at one point, do you think when Triple H and Stephanie go, like if they have like
Thanksgiving, yeah, here we go, our next holiday.
Yes. Do you think like, Stephanie might tell the kids like, hey, we're going to play a game with Grandpa today. Like, let's not sneeze. And whoever does, gets like $20 or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't imagine because if they do, is he like, oh, Stephanie, we need to talk about these kids that you have here.
Yeah. Well, Paul Heyman, I believe it was Paul Heyman. He said one time, like, if Vince can't control it and sneezes, he'll start cursing out loud. And he just acts like a maniac. So if he does it to himself, I'm sure if anybody does it around him, that's it. So can't sneeze around Vince McMahon. So that's the first thing. Ryan, you're next. What other wonderful things would you like to tell us about Vince McMahon? And I'll click on the comments.
Well, you know what? Let's just start it off with something lovable. Shall we?
Sure.
Evidently, Paul Heyman says that Vince McMahon is a hugger, not unlike Bayley, I suppose. Old Bayley. Now she's a heel.
Yeah, right.
He loves hugs, Vince. Now, does this fit together with the Vince that we know, right? And not only that, right. You know what he calls hugs?
What? Because I don't know this. I haven't heard this one.
He has a fondness for huggies. So he says... Paul Heyman tells this story. Who did he give this back? He was welcomed back from the chairman by, he was scared coming back after a few years. And he said, McMahon screamed out loud, "Give me huggies" to Paul. And he loves huggies. They said more than one person has confirmed this. So he's a hugger.
He said to Paul Heyman, "Give me huggies."
Give me huggies. Now, I have to say, I recently just watched The Muppets Take Manhattan for my show.
Yes.
And Miss Piggy also refers to hugs as huggies.
I bet you Vince has never seen the Muppets in his life.
No, I mean, not to like jump on, but that was one of the things. And I believe you told me too. No TV, no movies, no music.
He's so behind the times. Like that's
what
all he does
is
work.
This?
It's WWE and nothing else.
Oh, SL7's Kylo's signature move. Yeah.
What's this one? I'm just pulling some comments from the crowd here. Vince spitting holy water in church, pretending to be Triple H. Wait, what? Wait, what is this? Did I miss?
Is this a segment on Raw? I mean, back in the day on the Attitude Era.
I mean, I remember he was in church and he challenged Shawn Michaels and his tag team partner God, and he said, "I'm going to defeat God," and screamed it in a church.
I think he honestly believes the character blurs the line. I feel like that, although there is Huggies involved, so not the diaper.
I did not know this about the Huggies. This changes everything. Yeah, we should have gotten diapers.
I wanted to soften him up a little, before we really gave it to, gave it to him. He does like Huggies. He loves the hugs.
All right, so there's some kind of softness at that point.
Yes, beneath everything, beneath this, all of this that we see behind us.
Right.
This is hard.
So, I guess in talking about, hold on.
Kylo Ren to WWE, you heard it here. Yes.
Wouldn't be surprised, man. It's going to happen. It's happening. You heard it here.
Destroy the past, or whatever he says. Kill the past.
Also with you, we're just getting started. We got some. I'll get right into it since we already talked about. So Vince McMahon is obviously very, very. I mean, he'll kick both of our asses with one of his.
Oh, forget it! Together, even if we double teamed it.
Yes, he is. He's very obviously very athletic, very strong. Keeps in shape. But and I believe this might have been Bruce Pritchard. I almost said it backwards. Bruce Pritchard. I think it was him that said this. So he doesn't eat like sweets and all that stuff, or whatever. But he'll have one day a month, and he'll call it cheat day. And he eats an entire chocolate cake.
This is the one. This is one of the ones that literally I said, "This is it. This guy." He's gonna make me laugh.
I mean, you could just take the chocolate cake and make 10 slices out of it, and then maybe spread that out. But no, you eat a whole like a full. Because people are like, "What do you mean? Like one of those little
like a personal? I guess like a personal chocolate cake.
like he'll get one like a chocolate, and he'll just eat the whole thing. He loves cake.
I'm thinking of those Costco cakes that they sell, those big chocolate, like those massive ones that they have.
Big chocolate cake. So he loves his chocolate cake. So he'll eat that. So, oh man,
that is his cheat days.
I brought a chocolate cake. Look.
Oh my God, this is as good as lighting a candle for Vince. This is you honoring him.
Yes. So yeah, that's my next story. So yeah, so he doesn't like sneezing. It's a sign of weakness. And when he does it, he wants to kill himself. Like he's so upset. Eat Huggies. He likes Huggies.
Huggies.
And he has cheat day where he eats an entire chocolate cake himself. Ryan, you're next.
Well, Jeff, that's not all. What you also get with Vince is no sleeping on his private jet. So we know that sneezing is a sign of weakness. And Jeff also had told me this a while ago, but sleeping is also a sign of weakness too, Vince here. Yep. For over the course of decades, and I'm sure this is one of those things that gets around, he gets by on 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So if you sleep on his private jet, it is a big no-no. You are showing him disrespect to the 9th, the 10th. So, I mean, what is the concoction that is keeping this man going on the 3 hours of sleep?
I don't know. Like he doesn't take like Adderall or like any kind of, speed or meth or that we know of. I mean, I don't know how he does it.
More on that later, possibly.
Ooh.
I got teases here. I got vampires. I got drugs.
Oh, that's right, vampires. So where's another thing too, Ryan, about that story? They said that if they'll have like here's an example of how things are, like a normal practice. They'll have a pay-per-view on a Sunday night, and then they'll get on a plane and no sleeping on the private jet. They'll fly to like the next town or whatever, next state, wherever Raw's going to be. And when they land, it's probably at this point, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, maybe even later. It all depends on where they're going. He'll be like, all right, so I guess I'll see y'all, like 6:30. So by the time they check in, get to their hotel, they're basically only getting a few hours of sleep. And then they get up and then they write the show and then they work all the way through the day.
Yes.
And, Raw, it's a 3-hour show. It goes off at 11:10, 11:15 sometimes. So then you got to go to then you go to the next. At one point, I guess you go for SmackDown, right? Remember that whole thing.
And then I mean, then you got superstars. You got the dark matches that used to happen on the weekends on their tours, their WWE holiday shows. I mean, these people are always on the move.
Right. At one point, Vince actually stopped allowing, like they used to have buses, like team buses. And I think at one point he killed the buses, the whole bus thing. So for the poor, for the guys that actually, the production team, like the guys that go there and like set up the ring crew, the production team, all that stuff. There's these guys that are putting all these lights up. And I've seen one of these done before, like where they'll show up first thing in the morning and they'll go all day and they're hanging lights and it's beautiful. It's very systematic.
Yes, they know it's like art for them. They do it. Yeah. They collapse it. They build them. And they do it like bees, like worker bees, like amazing.
And it's hard work. So it's very, very it's manual labor. It's very stressful. It's not automated. And then once these shows are done, you got to break them down, right? Go to the next town, set up first thing in the morning. You do it all over again. Sometimes for SmackDown or whatever you have going on. So for a lot of these guys, once they're done, they're like, that was a long day. I get to crash. No, now you got to get in a car and drive. Sometimes it's going to be like 3-4 hours away. So even the wrestlers, I mean, that kind of stinks for them too, right? That they have to drive. But think about it. Some of these guys, when they're done their matches, 11 o'clock, they're out of there. For these guys, when they break this stuff down, sometimes this isn't until like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So that's rough. And
they're using their bodies continuously too, so it's I give it to them.
What about the fatigue? What if you crash? But see, you're not an employee, you're an independent contractor. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Like great. Like how am I gonna? Where's the lighting guy at? Well, he kind of fell asleep. Oh, it's too bad.
Oh yeah, too bad for him.
Yeah,
you're fired.
Yeah,
you're.
But anyway, so that's the so there we are so far. So we got sneezing, chocolate cake,
Huggies.
Huggies.
I gotta say, I am a hugger myself, but I can never choose. I can never see Vince McMahon as a hugger or a huggy giver.
Yeah. I can never see him as a. That's probably that might have been the most shocking thing I've heard. I've never heard this story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So wait, whose turn is it? Your turn or my turn? Because we just talked about the sleep. Oh wait, it's my turn.
Yes.
Oh shit! All right. So okay, so Jerry Briscoe. This just goes to show you his like sophomore humor. And you think it's funny because I think when I hear about this stuff, it's funny. But then when I think of somebody who's like, Vince McMahon, who owns a multi-million-dollar company and, whatever. It's just on-air personality, all this stuff. I usually don't think of somebody like that. Just my experience.
No, anyone who's on TV that knows nothing about the world around them, basically, that's happening on other things in pop culture.
So he had Jerry Briscoe. Jerry Briscoe has a notorious, kind of like queasy stomach. So they're in the gorilla position or right before they're about to go out, Vince McMahon wants to get Jerry Briscoe to throw up on TV. So he lets out this nasty cloud of flatulence, right? But it's so bad it back because like Vince was eating all this weird stuff all day to build it up.
Oh no! Well, chocolate cake.
Yeah, chocolate cake flatulence.
It was cheat day too. Damn it!
Well, all of a sudden he lets it out and he shits himself. So and then he has to walk out for a whole segment with basically the skids on him. So.
I mean, it's
kind of
horrifying
backfired.
to think for the normal person, but picturing how he walks for anyone, I don't know if anyone hasn't seen the Vince McMahon walk to the ring, but picturing him doing that with that in his pants.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff's got to come out. Right, especially the way he walks too. So it's not he just walks like this. Like, okay, I just
No
gotta hold
chance
it
it ain't
man.
coming out.
You gotta hold it together so don't come sliding out. He comes out and he's like, I mean, horrifying. Chocolate cake in his pants.
I was just thinking, should we check the comments really quickly before we?
I just went there. Let's say, yeah, let's run down some of the comments. Like which Star Wars? Yeah, why not?
I love Star Wars. Oh my god.
Could definitely. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, in future installments, why not?
Oh, I love that. That's actually a cool thing because it mixes fantasy and reality.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like Undertaker versus Chewbacca. Well, we'll do it. Well, I want to save the stories.
Good idea, and we will definitely bring that up that you suggest that because that's fantastic.
Star-Lord has amazing ideas, by the way. I'm just.
I see.
Just on my channel, sometimes he'll say some things, and I'm like, man, how the hell didn't I think of that?
That's a genius really right there.
Idea. Yeah.
I also want to see Flash. Can we see Flash Gordon? I just. He always comes up in every one of your live streams for some reason. That movie, doesn't it?
Yep.
And then Flash Gordon always gets brought up.
Flash Gordon. Yep.
Flash Gordon versus Andre the Giant. No, that's. I'm just thinking of other characters too. Hell, anyway. But yes, love that idea. Love Star Wars.
Yeah, could be anybody too. It could be G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe. I mean, anything really, right? Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God! I mean. We could do a whole thing, yeah. Maybe that's one of the future episodes. There you go. We were going to ask later.
Viewer's choice. Yeah, let's keep that. Let's keep that in mind for later. Maybe let's get
scarf down.
I don't think I mean, even if I was 100 pounds, I just don't. How do you do? I don't even want to say anything because there's another Vince story coming up. So I'll hold my. This is something I just learned today, and I think it's.
Oh, it's not even the one that I'm thinking of? Oh, well
yes.
then.
Yes.
Well then.
Hang on, look at this. Because these people can see the comments. We can't. You can't, Ryan. I'm sorry. Chewbacca versus Omos. Yes. Look at this.
Oh, it's
Dark Ray.
Oh, I love Dark Ray too.
In a Universal title match.
Oh. Asuka. I would love to see Asuka with a lightsaber.
Yeah, she's hurt, right? She's injured right now.
That must be it because I have not seen, or they're just how they like to forget people.
I'm so out of the loop on what's going on over there. I'm not even gonna act like I know what's going on. I haven't watched it forever, so but I mean, I think I've said this on the last few streams. I absolutely love her. So. There's one good thing I wish I could. Flakes. What's up, man? What's going on? It's my buddy Sterling of the Wacky World Lounge. Thank you for joining, my friend.
It always has the best icon. I love that picture always.
Right?
Yeah, it stands out.
He's got a shirt like that. Putting that on my Black Friday wish list.
Yeah, that explains the walk being extra awkward.
That's what I was trying to say.
I had read that too, and I was hoping to find what episode it was on just to witness it. Mm-hmm. But if anyone could find that out, let us know, please. I'll look for it too. Again, off camera later on.
Yeah. Remember that was one way he wrote himself off for a few weeks. He said he was going to go home with Linda and be a jackhammer and spread his seeds and all. It was all very I mean, I know it's character and all, but it was a little. I'm like, all right, well, you could just kind of.
I honestly miss him though. I miss him having a bigger role. I know people are over him, but just like that, I need a gem like that in my life, just so I could have tears.
The authority role. Going back to this one, Leia versus Kitana.
Lucia.
Wow, man. Yeah, they both have almost kind of telekinetic force powers, right? So
especially in the new, the sequel trilogy, Leia's flying through space.
Yeah, she's like a straight up Jedi in that one. Absolutely.
Well, I love this. I love the comment section too, by the way. Thank you again, everybody.
This is my favorite part of the show. I love it. I love talking to everybody. So let's go down a list of some more, and then we'll go here because that's a good one. I'm going to remember that Princess Leia. So I'm not like scrolling looking for them again. Let me put this back up here. Let's do a couple, and then we'll go back. So Princess Leia, Lucia, I'll remember that.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's see what I got here. Let me see. I'll jump down a little. Okay, let's get to the oh God, that one I need you to say. Do you remember the Kane one?
Oh yeah, I've got that.
Okay, because I just wanted to write that down just in case you forgot. Do you want to say it in the meantime while I?
No, do you want it? Do you want to say it?
No, I wrote a reminder so you could say it because I loved it when you told me.
Okay, well if I forget later, make sure to say it. But I got it on my list. Absolutely. I mean,
God. Okay, so back to Planes with Vince.
Yes.
This is pre 9/11. Vince in a storm. Now, I don't know if anyone else heard this. Jim, who is God to some people.
As we've learned.
When we had our spam.
God, yes.
He said that during it was a big storm, let's just say. I don't forgot what year it was, but pre 9/11, they said he told the stewardess, he demanded one of the pilots come out to talk to him, to tell him why they had to land the plane in this thunderstorm, or he was not going to accept it. I mean, this just goes, right? So, okay, so we get that part, right? Okay, so he's Vince McMahon. The pilot comes out, talks to him.
Yeah.
Now, he's lost time. They thought they were going to get the flight, right?
Right.
They land back. They have to now take a car. Vince is pissed. He is pissed. Jim and I don't know who. There's two other people. They said he was in the back, and he said the other two people, whoever it was, in a thunderstorm, rain, 90 miles an hour. Vince McMahon was driving. He said they got there in 2 hours, wherever they had to go. I forgot it was let's just say Florida to I don't even know Connecticut. Some crazy place, but 90 miles an hour in a storm. They said they were praying, holding on, looking at papers just to not. And he said after that, he would never drive with Vince again because he said he is a lunatic.
Well, sorry, I'm just trying to.
Which is, I think there might be a segue for another car story, but I just can't. This speeding thunderstorm, 90 miles per hour, got there in 2 hours. Everyone was holding on for dear life.
Yep. Well, I mean, Vince is I've heard that before. Vince also
to get to work, by the way. This was not to go home. This was so they could go to work for the day. He was missing work time, so they had to go from this to there. So he was not liking the work time missing, and the whole time in there they had to work too, not only hold on to things but story as they were driving. Oh my God, this man is dedicated. Sorry, I just had to add that in.
No. Well, think about I'll just throw this one right on there because they're connected. There's a writer who I don't, because Vince McMahon is beyond competitive. And I guess they were just he was just joking about who was going to get probably to work, who was going to get there faster, so they start driving. And Vince is driving. I mean, they're racing down the street, and I think Vince to win. I mean, he almost killed somebody. He almost hit somebody.
Yes, he said
that's exactly maniacally, right?
He was knocking into him on the side of the road to get him off the road.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of Vince. There's a lot of Vince driving.
The writer, though, I believe, because
Yeah.
Jeff had told me this story too. I'm telling you, I was laughing for hours. Like, I think after we got off the phone, my stomach was just from like belly laughs. I need to do that more. Maybe I'll have abs, but or at least something like something underneath. That the man had no idea. He thinks he was joking at first, and he was like, "Okay, I'll do a thing," and then he noticed that Vince was really he cannot lose. Vince McMahon cannot lose.
Yes, this is very true. There's the story of Vince Vince and Linda had Triple H and Stephanie over and they were playing a game in the pool. I think it was in the pool, and they're just playing around. But I guess they started to win. Right, Triple H and Stephanie, and Vince started to get very serious. He started to get very upset, and then all of a sudden, it wasn't fun anymore. So I guess Stephanie was like, it was kind of like Mr. Mom, if you remember that movie, where he's like, we got to throw this game because he's losing his mind. So they throw the game, and Vince is all happy later, and he gets out and he's celebrating and he laughs, he walks away. I guess to piss him off later, Stephanie, I guess, said to him, we were screwing around with you, right? Like, we let you win because you're a maniac, and so many words. I guess, like, she didn't say that, but I guess she said something. I can't remember. It was something like, "I get you tied to a pole" or something like that.
Yes, or the whipping pole as well.
Whipping you on a pole or something like that. Well, I guess he got so mad, and he, like, Triple H, they could hear him like screaming and yelling from the other end of their like estate. Like, it's not like my house. Like, I could hear someone yelling upstairs. I mean, what were they doing? Playing like water polo or volleyball? Like, what do you get all mad at?
Water polo.
Who gets mad at that? So it does not surprise me how competitive he is.
That's amazing.
Yes. Should we keep on the competitive nature of Vince McMahon? Because we got so many stories. I don't even need to look at my list what I know with what he is. Yeah. What about the Mark Henry one? Do you know that one?
Yes, but I remember. Well, basically, Mark Henry, the strongest man.
Olympic athlete, yep.
Not to mention, I mean, he's not He-Man, but we'll give it to him. But strongest man in the universe, world's strongest man. Right. He was in the gym working out prior to meeting, Vince coming into the gym. Right. And he was near the end, but Vince got into this competition with him to lift more. And I mean, Mark said he was trying to give it to him. He was like still pushing himself, even though he was exhausted already. Mm-hmm. Vince kept going. Eventually, Mark had to throw in the towel. Vince was so happy. But the next day, he had the decency enough to call and say that he felt like crap. Well, he didn't say crap, but he felt like shit afterwards. So he really gave it to him.
Yeah.
On his 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah. He was in agonizing pain, but he just did that to, just to be like Mark. I mean, yeah. Amazing.
It's insane.
Yeah. Comments? Because we just did 4 of them. Go to comments real fast.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to miss any of your beautiful comments. Lucia, Leia.
No, you got it. As rich as the McMahons are, why did they never buy Shane? Oh, wait, hold on. I think a neck that...
He's got those beautiful sneakers, though. He's got a lot of sneakers.
Wow, yeah, he does. Like, I never noticed that before. It hasn't gotten better with age either.
And he's getting that thicker because he like really, I guess, works out or does maybe whatever he does.
Yeah, I mean, when he first came in, then they used to call him like young Simba, and he was all nibbly, bibbly, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he used to say that, and like he would jump around, and then he just kind of got, yeah.
I mean, he looked like a beast too, but nothing compared to his father. I mean,
no, that was really funny.
His neck is. I like Shane too. It's so funny, but it's so true. It's so true.
He doesn't have a freaking neck. Shane Neck Man.
Yeah.
I don't want to make fun of Shane. I like Shane, but that was funny. That was funny, buddy. That was really, really funny. Oh, absolutely. I did.
Yes.
Should I just tell it?
Yeah, please. Al is right. This is a classic.
So Vince McMahon, every now and then, will go out with the guys and get smashed. and he'll drink. And then once again, he's very tough, right? He's tougher than there. So he gets that competitive, nature about him. So the Road Warriors, or I guess the Legion of Doom at that point, when he was with WWE, he said, "I want to take the
Legion of Doom, yeah.
I want to take the Doomsday, easy for me to say, Doomsday device, which is their finishing move." So that's where, for those of you who might not be wrestling fans, Animal puts you up on your shoulders, and then Hawk will jump off the top rope with a clothesline and flip over, whatever. Well, this is they're messing with the boss, right? And the Road Warriors are probably the strongest, toughest guys ever, they're in that tier of like guys that can really beat you up.
Yeah, strong.
They're fighters, not just, Well, anyway, they kind of do it, but they do a little powder puff version of it, right? And so, Vince does it. Was laughing like, "Oh, it's Well, I guess for some reason, Jim the Anvil Neidhart gets mad, and Bret Hart, I think it was like in his book, he said, he heard Anvil yelling, Bret, look. He turns around and Anvil has Vince McMahon up, but in a bear hug for their finishing move.
The Huggies
finishing move. Bret and Anvil's tag team called the Heart Attack, where Anvil holds him up, holds the opponent up in a bear hug, and then Bret Hart comes out and clotheslines the opponent as they're holding them up, and it's a lights out move. Well, I guess it might have been Hulk Hogan or somebody.
Hulk Hogan was there. And Mr. Perfect.
He's like, "What's this going?" So that's cool, man. You gonna do like a little like girly version of your move too? Like, well, Bret, I guess, I don't know why, ran as hard as he can and clothesline the hell out of Vince.
I think they said they had the opportunity to give it to him finally, because he was like, "Oh," so they were like, "Okay," they must have had it up to here.
They really like laid out. They really laid. I mean, this isn't a bar.
This is so crazy to think you're in.
Like, I could just imagine being at a bar and being like, "Hey, let's do like wrestling finishers." Like that sounds.
It's Vince McMahon. It's Vince McMahon, and he's.
But Vince McMahon's laid out or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, you guys owe me a drink," and made a big joke about it. But then I guess later on in the night, Vince McMahon went up to Ric Flair's room and pissed in his bed.
No, this is what I saw this and said. Yeah, they said someone pissed in Ric Flair's bed while Vince danced in his underwear.
Yeah.
And don't let me stop the underwear stories here, because evidently Vince had Christian and Jericho's after the storyline when they had their bags stolen and they didn't have any gear to wear. He demanded nakedness under the towel. He did not want, they wanted to put colored, the flesh colored underwear underneath. He demands nakedness. He demanded they go out there.
Does not surprise me at all.
No, he loves it.
Very on brand for Vince. Yep.
But I love that the quote was he demanded nakedness.
Oh yeah. He definitely did. Yeah. He demanded the nakedness. Let me go down. How about if I go back to food?
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Wait a minute. Before food, so I don't forget so let's talk about the Kane thing.
Oh, okay, please, let's
Not
do.
Mr. Fuji's Kane. Kane the wrestler.
Let me get my drink out of the way, my water, so it doesn't spill upon me.
So Kane was the star in a WWE films.
See No Evil, right? I think it was called
See No Evil, when he played, and Kane, Glenn Jacobs, his real name, he plays the bad guy. He plays the slasher dude, and it's the villain. Well, for some reason, Vince McMahon would not leave the director alone and the producers about it, that he wanted Kane's character to, I can't remember the villain's name in the movie. So Kane's character to have a
Demon Kane.
He wanted him to have basically a 3-foot cock. This was very important to Vince. Nothing. I mean, they didn't call about rewrites. Movies not. we need better actors, or no, he needs this 3-foot cock. And this is a confirmed story. This is
3-foot long penis. What? But why do you think? And they said it got through. Like it got through to the end. Like it just wasn't filmed, but it was part. Like it didn't leave the rewrites or anything. So why do you think? What do you feel about that out there?
Yeah, let's see. Now we brought that up. Let me go to the comments because that's a big one.
But why do you think it was 3 foot, Jeff?
Yes.
Just for extra, like not even like 2 foot.
I mean,
it has to be 3 foot.
I just don't know. I mean, because I've seen that movie. I don't understand why the penis was so important to this to the role. Like, I mean, he didn't have sex with people to kill them. I don't know why and 3 feet, like why wasn't it like people like, oh, give him like a foot long cock, or even if you're like, oh, give him a couple foot long, 3 feet, 3, an odd number, literally an odd number.
And we know that he sleeps 3 hours a day, so in between, this is what he's thinking of.
Yeah,
this is what that movie needs. I don't watch movies, I don't watch TV, but I'll tell you what this movie needs. 3-foot penis.
And where are you going to show that? Where does it sit on the body? Does he have like a snake thing around his leg?
No, honestly, I thought maybe he had it like tied up like with a string, and he just was going to release it. Like he was going to pull a string, and this is going to go. Like
Sleepaway camp ending at the very end. He's just like, oh,
yeah.
That's a really weird one. That's probably that would be the question I would ask if I could talk to Vince McMahon about anything.
No, I would never. He probably wouldn't even remember that. He'd be like, "What? They made a movie? What?"
Oh yeah, because you could tell by the quality of those movies that were coming out. Nobody was watching that shit, bro.
The Marine 7 with Miz.
Oh. Yeah. If you like them out there, God bless you, but was not a WWE Films dude. I did not like that stuff. If I were somebody named Mr. S, I'd be really about doing time.
Mr. S. You know what? We didn't even mention Vince's ass like fetish.
Thanks, Al. That was his name. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. This in general, like the kiss the ass fetish of like the kiss the ass club kind of thing. So that's, but 3-foot penis, everybody.
Is that why the first movie sucked? According to Vince, I've never seen the second one.
There was another one. There was.
The Sasha sisters did it, but I've never seen it because I didn't really like the first one.
Oh my god, maybe that's what we should watch.
Opinion the second one. Because if Al said that's why the first movie sucked, that mean that the second one's good? Let me know, bud. Him and I always.
He knew what it was missing, Vince.
I remember that. Lucia, let us know from a lady's point of view. Has it been better for you? Like, did you like the movie? If you didn't like the movie,
yeah, I mean, could have been part of
to put it over the top.
The horror aspect of.
Yeah.
Like, you're right. What scene would this have come out?
Yeah, right. I'd love to hear. I want to. Yeah, the female point of view. I would like to see what they would think of it. It's weird because it's like I do love Vince McMahon, but I also don't like Vince. You know what I mean? It's.
I like him in theory because he gives me such entertainment, and he's a character. Yeah. But I just don't like let's say what he does to like maybe people's whatever. But
yeah,
as a character, as a person, oh my god, he tickles me pink of laughter. I don't even.
Yeah. I just don't know if I just imagine if anybody's job, like your boss comes over, not even your boss, like the head of the owner. We're gonna race. And we're gonna race down the street 9 miles an hour. I'd be like,
I would let him. I wouldn't even know. I would have been like, "Bye,
no.
You win already."
Yeah. Do the Mr. Mom. Remember, he just like fell down. He was like,
I would have done that. I would have done that.
Curled up and almost like.
No, forget it. Vince would have looked at me and be like, "Weak." He wouldn't even have fired me. Forget. I wouldn't even get in the door. Like, this one sneezes every minute. I could smell it on him.
It's true.
To Tom,
you think somebody told him about sleepaway camp? No, I don't think dude, he doesn't even, I don't even know.
But you know what? This actually leads perfectly into the whole. Now, I can't be the only one who's heard about this. The it's even risque to bring up the Shawn Michaels / Vince McMahon romance stories.
Oh no, tell us. I haven't heard this one. Ooh.
Oh, you haven't heard wrestling? Oh my god! Well, wrestlers over the years, I've heard this for years that they had a thing. Like, he was into Shawn Michaels, like that was his guy. And even down to like researching this, it comes up that now, disclaimer, I'm not saying this is true, but they're saying that Shawn Michaels has no back surgery scar. And they said that Vince was paying him while he had his back surgery just because he was part of this whole thing, like one of his boys that, you know. And there's a video I got to say I watched years ago of him giving the huggies to Shawn Michaels. I think when he got into like one of the Hall of Fames and he was in his ears like, I love you. You could hear him in the mic that was like, oh. I mean, that means nothing. But just judging that, like the fact that he really seems to care about Shawn. Yeah. Plus, there's been people over the wrestlers, I don't know if they're just pissed or whatever, but they always say this Shawn Michaels Vince story. So
yeah, this
is juicy to me.
I want to ask all my wrestling peeps out there that are, I mean, you know, some people like, you know, sort of know wrestling. There's some people like very into wrestling. So you know that Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty used to be in a tag team called the Midnight Rockers, and then they became the Rockers. And Vince McMahon stole them like he does everything. Like, so he stole them.
Yes, he stole them like he does everything.
Like everything, right? And so at one point, he fired them. He fired the Rockers because, and the Rockers were on their way up in the WWF. They were great. They were a great tag team. They're one of my favorites. I thought they were cool. I liked them a lot. I was more of I really did like the British Bulldogs. I liked the Hart Foundations, probably.
Oh, the Hart Foundation. Yes, definitely.
Demolition and all that. But the Rockers were like, you know, like the Rock and Roll Express. No offense to those guys. They're legends. But if you ever watched them, they did not do stuff like the Rockers. The Rockers were almost lucha-esque. Like some of the things that they did. They were creating new moves,
like high flyers.
They were high flyers. I mean, they were awesome, and they were fun to watch. So at one point they Vince fired them because they were getting a little rowdy. But a lot of this, you come to find out, like we all know about Shawn Michaels. He had substance abuse problems and all that stuff later on. But Marty Jannetty, we need to do an episode on him because
this is going to be the follow-up.
Seriously, we need to do like Marty Jannetty's Facebook feed. I mean,
his Facebook feed? Is he like just masterfully like writing stories out?
I mean, guys, if anybody knows out there what I'm talking about, like Marty Jannetty, thank goodness for COVID, because first he admitted that he murdered somebody.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Did I think I tell you about this?
You're right. Yes,
somebody. But then he was like, "Oh, I'm just kidding," and they're like, "No," because it matches up to somebody that was. I don't know what the hell happened, but he's like, "Oh, I'm swerving y'all," but I think there was an investigation.
Oh yeah, I'm just joking.
Then he was bringing up the fact that like he took an action figure of Pat Patterson, and who's you know, it's known that he's gay, right?
Yes,
so they had him there. Then they had Shawn Michaels' figure, and they had Shawn Michaels, and Marty did this himself, but he said he didn't know. And it has Shawn Michaels bending or like on his knees, like basically like he's filleting Pat Patterson, and it was saying something like oh, like you're gonna get the belt, or something. It was like a little like caption with it. And so Marty Jannetty puts this up and says, "Oh, Shawn, I know you get pissed when people talk like this, LOL, but somebody made it and I just put it up there. Don't be mad, LOL." And I'm like, you did that to piss him off. Why did you antagonize Shawn Michaels? Like, I thought they were like good now. Like,
well, I guess you know what, he murdered somebody, so he's like, "What's this to Shawn Michaels? What is Shawn gonna do to me?"
But if you go and take a look at this, like he was asking people if like his I think it was his is his, I guess, a stepdaughter? Is that what it is? Or
okay,
he was underage. Like, is that weird or incest if I have sex with her because I did, LOL. And he's always LOLing stuff, but like,
Oh,
he says
LOL.
really bad things,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
LOL. Yeah. But I'm like, wait, you just say she's underage. Nobody cares. Wait, forget the whole incest thing. Like, wait, what did you just say? So, but he does stuff like this. So when you finally, I mean, and I could go on forever, but when you get to the Shawn Michaels thing, I'm like, no, he did that on purpose. He did that to be a dick. Literally.
Well, then doesn't it just add to the story then?
Very interesting that it brought it. But he's like, that would just be like if there was something you didn't like, and then I just brought it up to you for no reason at all in this like live stream, and I'm just like, oh well.
He's like, here's your back surgery, damn it.
Yeah,
here's your back surgery money.
Here's why you needed that. Here's why you needed that back surgery. But anyway,
my God.
Marty Jannetty, and then he was good. No, so here's the thing. Right, literally, as we're in shutdown, Marty Jannetty's like, never fear, and once again. It was the WWF without the little F logo thing, like the two W's from the 80s, and it was upside down. It was going to be Marty Jannetty was doing a podcast where he was going to tell all these stories, but it never happened.
Oh, I think we know why. We know what caused COVID.
Vince can't control him. Like, so, I mean, he's not under contract with anybody.
True.
I don't think he has
sent out Disney.
Deal.
Mickey Mouse showed up.
Listen here. They're not letting him do something. But
we got this money.
Marty Jannetty's Facebook feed is pretty.
Well, there you go. We might have another. We got Star Wars and other characters' dream matches. We got that as another show.
Well, I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at it since like probably mid-COVID or something. And
so can you imagine what delights were in store for everyone on there? I actually have another incest story. While we're here,
let's keep going.
While we're here, I might as well just. I mean, and this one might be popular. This one people might have heard.
Yes.
This is the Vince McMahon wanted to do the I impregnated Stephanie McMahon storyline at one point. Yep. And when they told him that it would be and Stephanie shut it down as soon as he mentioned it, he then went on to say, then what about Shane, his son, being the father of the baby? He did not get this. He thought this was the best idea ever. So I just had to follow up since you mentioned it. I was like, oh, here we go. Click.
Yep. That's a good. Hey, that's what I mean. If these all tie in like this on this format, whatever one works together, that's great. Even if it is good old Shane Neckman.
Poor Shane.
I don't like I like Shane. Actually, was it the last live stream? I actually said something really nice about Shane, something very genuine about him. So, and I respect him for going and kind of doing his own thing. So
I like when he gets high up. He goes all the way up and he's jumping down everywhere.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
That's what I mean. He's one of these like crazy rich people that'll just do stuff. Like if I'm not making money, I ain't doing anything. Like I wouldn't ask anybody to do anything I wouldn't do myself. And I'm like, that only goes so far. I ain't jumping off of. I'm loaded and have nothing to worry about the rest of my life. I have so much. I'm not going to jump off and like maybe kill or paralyze myself. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Let me go.
We got too many more streams to do.
Heck, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See No Evil 2 was pretty good. Way better. Saskatoons are awesome. I'll give it a shot. Thank you. I was asking Al, I guess earlier about doing that. So thank you, Al. I just wanted to make sure. Like I think that was implied, but I wanted to make sure that you were saying that the second one was good. I like the movie. Glad they cut those scenes out. Well, you heard it here first, Vince. Not even the ladies would have liked it. So some things.
I think I would have laughed. I think I just would have laughed to start. Like I just been like, why?
Yeah. I would have if I saw that movie and that happened. I would have probably said, "I bet you Vince McMahon."
You were just like, "This is Vince."
Yes. That's right. And for all of you just joining, because we have new people that joined.
Welcome.
I have a personal Vince McMahon story that I'll share with y'all later. I didn't know if I wanted to talk. I mean, it's not big. It's nothing like.
But you're the only one here among us that's met him. I mean, as far as I
Maybe
know,
Vince McMahon, and not like a paid thing, like just random, like one of these weird things that
he
happen.
wasn't just sitting in your closet waiting to come out for a live stream,
No,
looking all beautiful,
no. You imagine
peeling his face away.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. I love how you just use that like tape up there, like that. What do you call it? Like that athletically looking tape or whatever.
Oh,
Like
I just used any. Like, yeah, I mean, this was the most
Beautiful.
janky Vince McMahon head.
Every time I tell a story, I just look back at it as if I'm talking to Vince myself. It's just very. Yeah.
What do you think I feel? I'm terrified. I'm here with him.
That's right. I can see him. Like I'm waiting for him. All of a sudden, like the eyes to go.
A 3 foot, no, a 3 foot penis is
run.
It's just gonna like.
Yeah,
we'll save that for the OnlyFans. Is that what the people do?
Fans, yeah.
The only Vince.
The only Vince. I was gonna say Star-Lord. I agree. That's what I was trying to say. It's like he's just so fascinating. It's like so many good childhood memories, and now just the stuff that happens. It's
love to hate. I would. That's totally.
He's never going to die. He's invincible. He's uncancelable. He's immortal. Nobody can.
He better be. Like we need Vince McMahon to be alive for a long time.
Yes. Like, I mean, there's times where I used to have to only get a few hours of sleep, and then I would make it back up later, like the next night, to continually go 3 hours.
Never. We're not built to be Vince McMahon. That he is not. He is a Terminator.
He is.
Did we figure this out?
I think we did.
The Rockers are fantastic, by the way, Alan.
The Rockers are fantastic. Yes. Yes, they are. Oh man, please! I would love to.
I was going to say, spill that tea. We need to hear that. That's. I would be terrified if it was Vince. Stream. If it was Vince, I would be terrified. Anyone but Vince, please, God.
Please share with us your dreams of Vince McMahon.
Tonight, we're going to all have them. It's going to be like Freddy. Everyone on this stream heard the name Vince too many times.
We're giving him power by talking about
it.
Right?
We're summoning
his
him.
Hair starting to grow back out, like the wrinkles are going away. He's getting more. Yeah,
he's sucking the power of the youth.
He's gonna start booking well again. That's not gonna happen. Then we definitely know we're in a movie. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let me see. One day.
Was it one day. What year? What Vince McMahon generation was it though? At least give us that. Is it current generation Vince? Because this is horrifying.
That's a fair question. Are we talking young Vince from the 80s on TV? Like, hi, I'm Vince McMahon. Welcome to Wrestling Superstars.
Even you know what, Jeff? Even we'll take early 90s, late 90s Vince. This literally, he is looking, his body's getting better and his face is just getting.
Yeah. Yeah, don't ever throw that head away. So I'll tell you what. I did a live stream like a few nights ago, and our friend Sterling here brought up the fact he'd asked me because he hasn't watched wrestling since the Attitude Era, like many people, but he asked me how disappointed was I when the Ministry of Darkness reveal was Vince. Remember? Yes, it was me, Austin. So that was a good thing you brought up because I said that one thing that I hated was that it was him. I thought it was a waste. It was supposed to be Christopher Daniels, Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels.
They do this all the time, though, with storylines.
Vince McMahon said Christopher Daniels, this great wrestler. He can talk. He can do all. I mean, dude, like he's a freaking legend, Chris Daniels. Vince McMahon, too short.
He's got a thing. You need to be a big guy, or you're Shawn Michaels. I mean,
yep. But he said he was too small and he couldn't believe this guy was talented. So whatever. So Vince is like, he's thrown himself in there instead. But I did tell our friend here that the best thing though, it was bad back then, but it's one of the like most quotable memes. I say it all the time. People say it. It's mainstream that it was me, Austin. It was me all along. Like anytime you like do like our reveal, and people like Botchamania has done amazing things with that. So that is the good part of it. But at the time,
with time, it has, because it's. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Just because at the time it was like, but in hindsight is, what do they say? Hindsight is 50-50 or 20-20. Anyway, it's
Either
good.
One. Yeah,
it's good.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, let's roll with it.
So I agree. It's become a classic, and I actually, again, I miss I don't want the Authority. I don't want Stephanie screaming every day. I don't want Triple H out there just screaming. Although with his health, I don't think he'll be screaming anytime soon. But I don't want that. But I would like a classic Vince over the top thing like that. The hospital bed scene with him, and Austin. So it's like, I like that over the top Vince. And honestly, it's not that far from the reality, evidently. So.
Yep. This is very true. I'll say this here, just the sexiness. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Yes.
He demands nakedness.
Yes.
He demands it.
This was mentioned earlier. He definitely demands nakedness.
Can you just picture that? Like, they're like, Vince demands nakedness. He must.
I'm sure he does. I mean, he's a powerful man. He can get whatever he wants. So we left. I'm trying to think where we leave off on stories.
Oh, incest. We did 2 incestual things, and so it is your turn, my friend.
It is my turn. Okay. Well, here's one of my favorite. I've noticed it a lot. You people probably notice this. As I do live streams, as I'm on team chats, I notice I do this a lot. I like that for people to know that I am listening to them, and I don't know why, but mentally I nod. You notice I nod. I do this a lot. I
agree. It's polite, I think.
I can't help it. Because sometimes when people just look at me and they're like, I'm like, are you listening?
Like, are you, did you hear me? Are you frozen? Are you?
Yeah. Are you thinking of something? So I do nod a lot. There was a writer that was hired, and Vince is going over everything with him, and he's trying to be respectful. So he just is like, yes, like I'm listening. Yep, I got you. This is what we got to do. Okay, I got it. I'm learning, whatever. Well, Vince walked away with, kind of a little annoyed. The guy's like, all right, well, I'm going to do what he said. Stephanie's like, Vince hates nodders. You upset him. Like,
can you imagine?
I don't think she said it as like this. I think she was just kind of being like, he doesn't like she. I think she was trying to help. Like, I think Steph was trying to help. And she's like, he doesn't like nodders. He also doesn't like yes men. Right?
Which is crazy because you would think that this man would want someone to say yes. He demands nakedness. I keep looking down at Fever Dreamland's quote, and I'm thinking, if someone comes on right now, they're going to see it demands nakedness.
Yeah, that one's staying up for a while. That might...
Every time I look down, I'm cracking up. So just know, thank you, Fever Dreamland.
I think that should be, if we're allowed to, if Anthony allows us to, I think we should use Vince McMahon nakedness to be our subtitle for the show. What do you think? The radical
Vince demands nakedness.
Vince demands nakedness.
Now, if that doesn't get you, what does?
Big show context, but so anyway, so 2-part of that story. So he hates nodders, and the guy's like, all right, and then she's like, he also doesn't like yes men. So he's like, okay, well, So I guess over the next couple weeks, he stopped with the nodding, but he was trying to tell the guy, yo. Like, Vince, hey, you know what? Here's a good, here's an idea. That's what you pay me for, right? So here's an idea. Vince fired the guy for not agreeing with him, but he wants yes, because he's surrounded by yes men, but he doesn't like yes men. Can't win on that one. It's like the internet wrestling community. You can't win with them.
Could it be the 3 hours? Could it be the 3 hours of sleep? He's just in a constant battle for nakedness.
Thank you, Anthony. Ryan, do not let me forget this.
Oh my God.
This is our show's new tagline. I demand it. I demand this.
I demand it. Vince demands it. Everyone demands it. Hashtag Vince demands nakedness. When you think of this show, this is what we want you to think of.
Yeah.
So, shall I leave the suspenseful story of the Dracula here right now? I feel like it's time because honestly, it's one of my last stories. But
hey, man, you're the other half of the show, brother. Go for it.
So here we go. So picture it: bedtime stories by Vince McMahon. Now, he was telling a young Shane McMahon a story about Dracula being in his closet. So you're not so far off with Vince being in the closet in your dream, because Dracula was in Shane's closet as a kid, right? Mm-hmm. So this is the bedtime stories that Vince McMahon tells Shane. So luckily, after, Shane must be terrified after hearing Dracula's in his closet.
Yeah.
McMahon goes into the closet. He went into his quote is, "I went into that closet and I started growling and I started yelling, having a battle. I threw a little furniture." But by the way, how big is this closet? He threw a little furniture. Okay.
Yeah,
now Shane's really. Dracula sleeps in there, damn it.
Yes.
Now Shane's really scared to death. Finally, his dad walks out of the closet and I say, "Son, you never have to worry about Dracula again. Dracula's dead." I love this. I just thought it tickled me pink that this man had a battle with Dracula, and Vince, he killed Dracula. Not Van Helsing. Vince McMahon.
He killed Dracula. He also defeated God in a wrestling match. Let's not forget that.
Oh yeah,
He's pretty badass, dude. These are the reasons I love him. Yes.
Would you believe that? I believe it. If Vince McMahon was my father, I would believe that he killed Dracula.
I would too, especially if Dracula sneezed.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was it. It was over.
Or he nodded. Over. Yep. I would like to tell my story of his eating. This goes to the fact that they were going to do an angle. All the Raiders are going to do an angle with Big Show where he was going to eat a poison burrito and then he was going to get sick. And it was a way to get Big Show to lose without losing. Well, Vince goes,
"What will he be this week?" Big Show.
Yeah. What heel, face? What's he going to do? Well, I guess Vince tells the crew, "No one's going to believe this. No one's going to know what a burrito is."
This is another.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "No one eats burritos." Okay, back it up for a second. Vince McMahon at lunch, he orders the same thing a lot apparently. So for probably the past, I think the person had said at least 3 months. Like they lost count. He ordered a burrito for lunch every day. So everyone's like, nervous laugh because maybe Vince is being goofy, and they're like, "Really?"
Because they're probably like, "Wait, is he joking? Are we nodding right now?"
Screwing with us, yeah. And we're like, he's like, "No, really, I don't want to do the idea. Nobody knows what a burrito is, so let's move on." And they're like, "Whoa. Vince, you eat burritos every day for lunch." "I eat wraps. I eat steak wraps."
Yeah.
So for 3 months, he's been eating burritos. He thinks he's calling them wraps. Like sandwich wraps, and he was cutting them in half. I don't think they were steak either. I think they were like ground beef burritos, and he was pouring ketchup on them, and he was eating them as a wrap, as a burrito. So, yeah, and he used to say every day too, "Oh, I love these things. Oh, these are so good.
I can't get enough, damn it."
Yeah. So he didn't know he didn't know what it was. He didn't know what a burrito was, but he ate them every day for 3 months and thought they were wraps. There's that.
This was one of the stories that Jeff told me too. And what? How did he not know what he was eating?
Yes. I don't know. It's Vince. Should we go back to the comments?
Yeah. Oh, please.
There's some people join. There's comments. I just want to make sure. I've been actually very good about the comments besides the beginning.
You've been
I'm
fabulous.
Actually proud of myself. Now watch me screw it up.
This is for you. You feel that?
Buddy. Oops, I made me click off that. Sorry. Over the top Vince is on par with. Oh yeah. Especially the Warrior. Rest in peace, Warrior. Vince isn't the only one. It was a pretty tough screening process to get on this stream this week.
And how big is the closet?
Yes, I think. Let me see. I think he was. I think he was. If I'm. I think he was talking about like our live stream. We had some technical things, but we made it work. And I made it work. It was good. If I'm not getting that reference, then my apologies. Closet Vince McMahon's mansion. Yeah, I'd be really freaked out if I had a dream of Vince McMahon came out of my closet. What if he came out dressed as Dracula? What if Vince McMahon is Dracula? He doesn't sleep.
Oh, I wanna eat burritos. Suck your blood.
Oh, look. Hey.
Hi.
There's our buddy. What's up, man? Welcome. The West Coast feed. We always say when he joins, that's the West Coast feed's all opened up. Gosh. Well, thank you for joining.
You have no idea. You just missed Vince McMahon's nakedness that was plastered on the screen.
Yes. Vince McMahon's nakedness, and also the I'm sure you of all people would appreciate the 3 foot. I'm sure you probably know about it too. The Vince went for the original See No Evil movie, the WWE's film. He was bothering the director and the producer for like weeks, forever, about having the Kane character Jacob have what's it called, a 3 foot cock. So we need to appreciate that one. That's probably the main one you missed. Dan Skippy, absolutely.
Don't stream in your dreams tonight. Yes, Lucia. Yes.
Yes.
It will summon him.
You know, we did talk about bath salts earlier.
Yeah, we did bring about bath salts.
Wow,
that was great. That was great.
Maybe he put it into the universe earlier without us knowing and kind of brought us in. Yeah, we had a whole thing about bath salts earlier for some reason. I think we were doing the
Vince actually did bring the oils, though, I will say.
Oh, Vince always brings the oils. You know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a shoot, by the way, that he would just have people totally kiss his ass. Oh, the nudity. I totally missed the reference from earlier. Vince McMahon is ridiculous.
Yes, especially when he demands nakedness and 3 feet.
Let me see. What's my... See what kind of stories. So we talked about Yes Man. We talked about Mark Henry. We talked about them playing in the pool. Here's one.
I was gonna say, I think I'm exhausted. My Vince stories.
I actually have some good one here, especially for the current crowd. So Vince McMahon. So you know who Gail Kim is, right?
Yes.
So great wrestler, and beautiful woman.
Oh yes.
Gail Kim. So Vince didn't want to hire her, and JR's like, "What are you talking about? Why not?" And she's beautiful. Probably the same thing I probably said. Great wrestler, good worker, beautiful woman. And he's like, "Yeah, he doesn't think guys are into Asian women, find Asian women attractive." So Jim Ross knows how to play Vince McMahon. I think at this point, it says, "No, guys are very into Asian women. There's actually like dedicated Asian porn sites that guys like to go to." Vince didn't believe JR though. He's like, it was absurd to him.
But they did mention that they believe that he probably doesn't even know like even the web, like anything about the web. Probably, right? He's probably like, "What?
Yeah,
there's websites for this."
Surprised even what the internet was. Yeah. So yeah,
that is great. I mean, it's so crazy for someone who's so worldly in the sense that he travels everywhere, that he knows he's strangely sheltered.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't. I guess he doesn't have time for that. I mean, I guess he has his job.
Well, when you sleep 3 hours a day, though, it's not quality writing for the WWE. We could tell you that. So what is he doing with the rest of his day?
Maybe now it's catching up on him. That's why it's been so bad.
Like, he just like starts falling asleep against the wall now. Oh, I'm slipping.
There's a story where Vince McMahon said that one time he went out with, and this is a true story. This was confirmed. That he went out with Dick Ebersol and they went bowling with like Dick Ebersol, NBC, and some writers. You know, do you know what I'm talking? You know what I'm going to say? All right.
I think if it's the one I'm thinking of.
No one really knows what this guy did wrong. This particular writer for NBC did. I have a feeling he was beating Vince in bowling.
Probably.
That's
exactly.
My guess. That I would bet the house on that. So Vince, when the guy went to the bathroom, Vince threw his sneakers, this guy's shoes. It may have just been shoes, not sneakers. He threw his real shoes, this guy's real shoes, in the trash. So when the guy came back, then Vince took off.
Yeah, and then he left. I heard that part of the story.
Then he left, and then he wound up calling him and being like, "That's what you get, pal." And right? Letting him basically know that he has his shoes. So this poor guy had to wear some like nasty ass bowling shoes home.
But then I heard someone say, they also heard there's two versions of the story. The other one is that he took one home so that the guy only had one. So they don't know if he threw them out or he took one home. But either way, the guy had to wear the old, nasty, used by everyone bowling sneakers home. But yeah.
Wow. You know what? Just from what I perceive of Vince McMahon, I believe now the one shoe story, because that sounds more his play.
Like, because it's so like,
yeah.
Oh, I gotcha now.
Yeah. Well, think about it, because now the other guy, like, if someone steals your shoes, it's over. Like you don't have your sneakers. You move on, right? And with one now you have one sneaker or shoe. You have to look at it. You have to throw it away.
Oh God, yes.
You know, like you have to think. You know, like I think it hits a little bit more to home. And then you have to wear like one shoe, like so you'll be uneven and things won't be under control.
But doesn't the bowling alley usually take the shoes? So did Vince get the shoes somehow?
Vince probably gave like $100 to the guy behind the counter and gave it to him.
No, he probably. Are we even sure? He probably just looked at the person and was like,
"Yeah,
I want those shoes."
Yeah. What are you going to do about it, pal?
You work at a bowling alley.
Yeah. Can you imagine Vince McMahon? I mean, that's like a big dude, man. Comes back there, you're going to be like, "Oh, you can't touch my shoes." You know, that guy probably making minimum wage. He's probably like, "Not."
Poor God, I know. I mean, like, and you get this. You get this.
Yep. You do. That beautiful one.
This man is beautiful man.
Little Vince. He and you know Vince likes that. It's like the $1 Million Man that's where he came up with that gimmick. He made a guy, but when you were allowed to smoke back then, I guess the guy wouldn't put out a cigarette, and Vince McMahon paid him to put his cigarette out. And he said everybody has a price. So I wouldn't be surprised. I bet you Vince.
Oh yeah, we know that Shawn Michaels had his price too.
That's right.
I'm pushing this agenda. I'm pushing this story.
Yes. Well, we should ask Marty Jannetty one day. I'm sure he's not doing anything. I want him to do that podcast. I mean, we did our live stream. He can do a podcast. It's Marty Jannetty.
Oh yes, please.
Why is he not doing a podcast?
Why please tell us more. Tell us more about Shawn Michaels.
And then he'll say a story, and then he'll go, "LOL, I'm just kidding." Once he realized he shouldn't have said it out loud. And,
did I kill somebody? No.
Let's go to the comments.
Yes, I demand comments. Damn it!
Nudity in comments.
Kills the boogeyman. Yes.
Very much. Oh man, there you go. They should have when they remade Halloween, it should have been a Vince McMahon mask instead of a William.
Honestly, his face is getting very mask-like, so that's what I mean. Let's okay, it's not just in your closet.
It's not in your closet.
Occasions for it. Yes, he does.
Oh Jesus, absolutely not. No, I don't want to be. No.
That's when I leave Jeff and I go, "Oh, I have to use the restroom," and I'm like, "Oh," I leave him alone. No, I would never.
Then we both just leave, and we both have to use the. That'll be our piss break when he's on.
Usos.
Yeah, we don't want to be associated with any of it. We'll go back and watch it later. We'll be like, "We don't know what you said, buddy, but thanks for joining."
Just start telling stories. Just keep talking.
Yeah.
Usually gets around 4 hours, so just say what you got.
Yeah, we got 5 hours. We're good. Let me see how many. Let me see, Vince. So let me go back to Vince. And guys, like I said, chime in with any of your Vince.
Oh yes, please. Because I feel like a lot of these might have been famous Vince stories, but There has to be. We must be scratching the surface. I mean, evidently they're making a movie about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but none of this is going to be in this movie.
No.
And who is going to be Vince McMahon?
He has like say on what they can do, so it's not going to.
Oh, forget it then. So
fan fiction. It's fan fiction.
Do we know any casting though? Who could play Vince McMahon?
Guys, that's a great question. Let us know who you think should play Vince McMahon. If Vince McMahon in a Vince McMahon movie. Not what's happening right now. Pretend that's not a thing. Just who should play Vince McMahon.
I love that you type in Vince McMahon and it's the first pictures up is that one that he did with the chains. One recently.
He loves that picture. And IRL, he loves that picture. Yup. That's the one.
I mean, this man's body is insane.
Yeah.
Still for his. Oh, there you go.
I have that flash in one of my videos, Ryan. I can't remember which one it is, and I don't even know. It's something about. I think I might mention Vince.
Yes, I remember.
It just comes up real fast, like.
I remember seeing that. That's why you got to watch the GCap recap channel. You get to see Vince McMahon in chains. The new band.
While everybody gives us their idea of who should play Vince McMahon, why don't I just do the last few stories and I'll do a rapid fire.
Perfect.
So, Tiger Ali Singh. They were trying to force him to wear a turban, and he was trying to say that desecrates his culture. To do something like that and to please not do that, like maybe and Vince is like he doesn't care. And he said to him, "I don't care, like wear it." So Vince is a very set in his ways kind of a man. I didn't know that till today.
Oh my god! Yeah, I read the same exact one, Chef. But did he said you're gonna wear that effing turban. Damn it!
Okay, I didn't hear that. That's what
he said. You're gonna wear that effing turban. Damn it! So it just coming from this man.
His biggest like one of his like things to do, one of his things to do that he likes is to push everyone into the pool when he can with all their clothes on.
He is a child. He is a child trapped in a gigantic man's body. What is this? What?
I think it's funny. Should I start doing that to people that come over to my house? Should I start pushing them into the pool with all their clothes on too? I'd be like, "Hey, did you see this over there? Oh, that's funny." Yeah.
You've just been Vince. McMahon.
You've been Macked.
Oh my God! Return of the Mac.
Let me see. Okay, so he does some like really. All right, he does some like really kind of like this is bad. Like this is what I'm talking about for unprofessionalism. So do you know the Jonathan Coachman story?
Oh, I think you told me this. Yes.
All right. So Jonathan Vince hired. I don't know. So once again, it's all about money. So Vince hired a policeman, like, and they had these cops come into Titan Towers. Because Jonathan Coachman had like those like office pools for sports. It's very like, like it's stupid, right? But still, I mean, it is illegal and it's gambling. I mean, it's not supposed to be a thing. Well, the cops came in there and totally arrested in front of everybody, in front of all the employees, and only certain people in the office were in on this gag, right? So most people, like the Undertaker was there, and he was like, "Oh my God, like what's going?" Vince McMahon is yelling at this this is a place of work. You're like company hours, and I'm spending money on you and putting money on food on the table for your family. I'm doing all this, and you disrespect me, and all this stuff. And they take him out to the cop car.
You sneezed. You shook your head. You fell asleep on my plane.
You broke all the rules, coach. You broke all the rules. But I mean, they actually cuffed him, put him in the back car. They're driving. They're on the road, man. And finally, the cop starts laughing, turns around, and is like, "Yeah, we were hired by your boss." And so he was, he was basically in tears because he thought he was going to jail. Like it's, but I mean, that's speaking of company time and money. But he's like, "Oh, it's just a good rib, pal."
He loves to rib people.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Did he give him a huggies after that?
Probably. I would vote probably.
It's all okay if he gives the hug afterwards.
He would
come in here. You need a huggies.
He would give him a huggy, probably. He WWE had a summer party, and they brought in a snow cone machine, and Vince once again, the whole indulging. This is what I was talking about earlier. The whole indulging thing. Ate 10 snow cones. I love snow cones.
I did
not eat more than one. Ate 10, and then he proclaimed to everybody for some reason in the "you're fired" voice. He said, "I love snow cones."
that could be the other hashtag. Vince demands nakedness. I love snow cones.
I'm gonna start proclaiming that every time I eat a snow cone from now on. When I'm done, I'm just gonna yell real loud, "I love snow cones."
I love snow cones. Damn it, Stephanie! You want to have a snow cone and a baby?
He tried to wrestle Kurt Angle on a plane. He actually likes to throw. So when you were bringing up earlier about people sleeping on the plane, if he catches you, he throws hard candy at you as hard as he can.
Oh, I love that he has hard candy in his pockets. Like, which ones? Are those the classic ones? Those little ones that look like strawberries?
Like a creepy old man. Like, you want them? Hey, little kid, you want them hard candy?
Oh, butterscotch.
Yeah, butterscotch.
And he's got a sweater, like an old pocket. He's like, oh.
Dude, not to mention some of those hard candies.
Toothpick.
If you wind up and throw that as hard as you can, that's gonna leave a welt.
So what do we get? There has to be someone out there. Does anyone know a psychologist? Can we put like a picture together? Childlike yet vindictive. Hard candies. Dracula. My God, what didn't we mention?
Let me see. Here's so my last one on. Let me just make sure. I just want to make sure on my list here, Ryan. My last one on the list is just making sure.
You just made the list.
I have two more. All right, I have two more, and then I'm done. One of them is that, and I read this in Chris Jericho's book a long time ago. So this is confirmed
even
by
better.
They were on a plane. Kofi Kingston, is trying to get over for a while. This is a long time ago, like before Kofi Mania. So I'm just trying to level. So obviously Kofi's like the man. I guess
before the New Day, yeah, before Kofi Mania, before the New Day.
All this when he was still using, I think, the accent and stuff. Like this is a while back. Vince, I guess, on a flight on the private plane over, Vince turned to Kofi in front of all the people, and he says, "Oh yeah, Kofi, maybe one day you'll get over." Like a smart ass, as if you're never going to get over or whatever. Well, Kofi was really upset about it. So they get off the plane, and Chris Jericho, who is notorious for going back and telling Vince about himself, said, "Kofi, listen, buddy," because he's Kofi's friend. He's like, you can't leave that. Vince is never going to do anything with you. That's a challenge. He likes people to challenge him back.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, like why? This is a man that owns
you just like need to, and you need to know these rules, and you need to know this. Like you've never been exposed to this, but you just need to know these unsaid rules of his life.
Yeah, like this, like the owner of a corporation wants you to fight him, right? Like oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? Of course. So Kofi turns around, goes back into there, and he's like, "Yo, man," basically like, "Yo, I'll fuck you up, dude. Like, old man, like I'll beat your ass or whatever." So Vince takes off. He's like, "Oh, all right, great. Like, let's go."
I've been waiting for this.
To throw Kofi around and beat him up. I mean, not punching, but they wrestle and Vince, whatever. But after that, though, then Kofi started to get some love.
He gets to remember it in the 3 hours of the sleep. He's one of those, it plays in his mind. He's like, okay, Kofi, oh. So
he throws him all over the place. And so Kofi Kingston, instead of just being a talented person, had to fight the owner of the company just to get
it's just madness that this is like an initiation. Not initiation. It's just, again, unsaid rules. Stephanie didn't come out and be like, Kofi, you know what? You really got to wrestle my father now.
Yeah, like as I say these things, I feel like it's like I can't even believe that I'm saying them like as if they're like a thing. Like, right? Like it's crazy. Very last one, I think this is great, and then we'll call it on the Vince stories. Vince McMahon, you always see him. He's very clean shaven. Constantly, he's very, very clean shaven. He goes and shaves multiple times a day because he can get a very thick beard very quickly. So he's multiple times during the day.
He's got to show off this baby face here.
He has an electric razor he brings with him everywhere, and he's always doing this. So I guess when finally someone one day, just because, dude, shaving's a pain in the ass. I like growing. I like this time. The good thing about this year, I can actually start growing.
I like that. Look at us. Look at us.
Look all burly. Vince doesn't like it. That's why he just ran away just then.
He likes them smooth.
Vince said that basically he can't let it win.
What? It's like, again, you're right. He's never going to die. He will not let death take him.
Nobody that thinks
what
that
do you
way
got to
will
prove
die.
to me that you're death?
He's so competitive. He's competitive with his own beard. So he can't let it win. People thought he was joking, and he's like, I'm not joking.
Listen, I got to say, Linda McMahon must be something to put up with this. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yep. Very, very, very awful.
Like, does she sleep? Does Linda McMahon sleep more than 3 hours? I'm assuming, because a normal person does.
I bet.
What does he think of her? What does he think of her?
Probably. That's a good thought.
I would never have married you if I knew you did 4.
Oh, he's probably like, I'm sure she goes upstairs and goes to bed, and he goes in his office. And
he's in his like his I'm up all night chair.
Yeah.
Let me plug in. Oh.
Yeah, let me click through some of the. Let me just click through some of the comments because we got some comments. It's all about the money. Yep.
Dalla dalla dalla.
Just like that song. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Here we have some picks for who would play Vince McMahon. Ready?
Oh, I just look like a performing.
I just wanted to give everybody plenty of time because right now I still haven't thought of a good person.
I didn't think of anything. Actually, Liam Neeson, Lucia, he would be a much more attractive. I mean, honestly, Vince is not a bad looking. I mean, he looked better when he was younger, but Liam playing Vince, that would give him charisma too.
Absolutely.
I have a particular set of rules that I have. No, you cannot sneeze.
I have to get a thing of water real fast.
Hydrate. I understand you've been emceeing this thing all through. Josh Brolin. Ooh. Oh, this is good. Because I could see him doing that whole, like, that menacing, the menacing, monstrous side of Vince, not the hugging side, beating up Dracula in your closet. Ooh, and he's a fantastic actor, so. Ooh, these are good. See, look, I never know how to move on to the next. So, but Josh Brolin, fantastic. Liam Neeson, loving that. And hopefully everyone's loving these Vince McMahon stories. I'm sure a lot of them are kind of been heard and passed along, but oh my God. It's so funny. It's so funny. I mean, this movie is happening, so I wonder if any of these people are actually being considered, or if it's even casted already. I mean, in the terms of Jeff, shall I cheat? Is there a Vince McMahon movie cast? Here we go. Vince McMovie. Vince McMovie, I just called it. Vince McMovie.
Why don't they call it that? I'm sorry, I had to run upstairs.
Bradley Cooper? What? So Josh Brolin was mentioned, which I think is fantastic.
Yep. That is a good one. Yeah. Whoa, man. Josh Brolin. That's a good pick. Those are two good picks. All right. I'm sure he probably left, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Later, so
we'll see you later. We'll act like you're still here. Bye.
Enjoy this. I hope this when you rewatch this, and I hope that it's fine the next day. Ooh, yeah. Tom Hardy. Another person who I feel like can get is, dare I say, a little crazy himself. Yeah, I get that vibe from him. I don't know. He seems like he could get really dark if he wanted to. Like,
I don't know if he'd have the voice. That's
He would have the Bane. What about the Bane voice? Gotham City. You're sneezing.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Oh my god, it was me. That's right. Oh my god. Can we get that? Can we just have the Bane filter put on his voice? It was me, Austin.
It reminds me, I got to see Venom 2. I'm excited to see.
I got to see Venom 2 too. I'm back. I'm delayed, just like you. I'm. Yeah. Well, you. Oh, speaking of, I gotta say faces. Have you seen his latest transformation, Mickey?
I saw him in that movie, the one that's on Shudder about the movie theater.
Oh, I don't know. This was like a paparazzi photo. He looks like Michael Myers. I mean, people were joking around like, "Oh, it's Michael Myers." Like, you got to see him. He's getting worse, Mickey.
Let me see.
So in the meantime, by the way, so there was a failed Vince McMahon film starring Bradley Cooper in 2017. So Bradley Cooper was cast in a movie that didn't get to see the light of day. And the Netflix series there's a Netflix series coming out with him.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the one that I know.
So the movie was canceled and it's a Netflix series. But Bradley Cooper as Vince McMahon, I don't see that.
No.
I like Josh Brolin. I like Liam Neeson. I like
Mickey Rourke. If
I'm gonna find the picture for you.
I gotta find that. I have to find and watch the. I hope it's still there. The New Day Halloween special thing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I watched this.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
It's good.
There's some things that you could tell that it depended on who you chose at the moment. Like the New Day, it's all about the three of them, so you could pick different ones at different parts. Mm-hmm. I will say I got two different endings, doing two different ways. So I guess there is alternate endings.
Oh, that's right. It's a choose your own adventure thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes.
All right. How long is it?
40 minutes, 35.
3 feet. I want you to say 3 feet.
Oh,
no,
3 feet. Damn it.
No, I'm teasing though. Serious question. How long is the?
I think it's like 35. It goes fast. Fast.
All right, I want to watch that.
If anyone else didn't, I recommend it. I mean, if you like the New Day, you get to see The Undertaker. You get a cameo by Paul Bearer. Well, you get to hear him.
Gotcha. I figured, it was some kind of movie magic. You said Netflix, and then that made me think of the WWE thing because I haven't seen it. If anybody has seen that, let me know. Let us know in the comments here. Here we have Night Fright Talk Show. The King on SmackDown is so dumb.
Oh, like King?
Like Jerry Lawler? Like King? Or is there like a new... I'm so out of the loop on WWE right now.
Oh, yeah, because there is a... thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Ooh, I like that. Night Fright Talk Show. It's like Fright Night. Night Fright.
Welcome to Fright. Wait a minute. So who is the king? Is he talking Jerry Lawler?
There is a new commentator. I don't know. I don't remember his name. I do a lot of fast forwarding lately with WWE.
Well, it's better than what I do. I just kind of since David Arquette's coming back.
Yes. And he looks fantastic, David Arquette's. I mean, he's talk about bodies. That man is in better shape than half the people I know.
Yep. I saw that there was something very recently. I think he had like heart surgery or something. Like he had like chest pains or something. Wow. He was up in the mountains, like on a retreat with his family or something like that. And then it was on Eric Bischoff's podcast. I heard it last year. So and it was like one of those best ofs. So I missed the original.
Oh yes.
I don't know how long ago it was, but that's kind of scary. But yeah, I like Ready to Rumble. I would love to see a sequel. Absolutely, Star-Lord. Oh my God. Yeah.
And he could totally pull off the walking in my light, whatever the hell, when Christian Bale was going crazy on that for sound or light person.
Oh, good for you.
Oh,
listen, you and I are done professionally.
I got to tell you, I lost so much. I can't stand him after that, but I like his acting.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like.
Christian. I could see him as Vince.
He probably had a bad day. and that will now encapsulate him. Like, we've all done stuff, maybe said stuff we didn't mean.
I hope it's not like,
because nothing else ever came out before or after that, you know. And he's like a pretty intense, serious guy. I don't know, but it seems like everybody else likes to work with him. So, like, that's one of these things when you hear like a story, like I might have said Jim McMahon, Jim Carrey, or like what was that guy's name from the 70s? Elliot Gould. You can tell there's certain people where you'll have these incidences, and then all of a sudden they stop working.
Yes.
Yeah, that
good point.
So something. Christian Bale had this. I think even Christian Bale said, like, "I'm sorry, I was a dick." Like, I think he even apologized about it. I believe. I could be wrong, but if I remember,
I think he did. Although honestly, at that point, I guess you either apologize or you continue to still look like a.
Yeah. But he apologized, moved on. You never heard anything ever since. Like Christian Bale's.
Hopefully, it's a lesson learning moment, right?
Yeah. He might have just been like, man. And I mean, things weren't really going great on that Genesis movie anyway. So Terminator, or wait a minute, not Genesis.
No, it was
Terminator.
What the hell was it? There's so many reboots. Yeah, there were so many reboots.
I could think of Dark Fate, Genesis. I think of all of them, but you know that one, whatever that one was.
What the hell was that movie? Oh my god, I'm blocking it out.
Whatever that.
Pulling a Vince.
They're making a movie about Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be. Yeah, they'll probably have people play like Randy Savage.
Oh my god, this would be. I just want to see who the other actors are playing the rest. Like people playing that. Yes, that will be fantastic.
I think Dan Soder should play. I brought him up on the last live stream. I think Dan Soder should play Randy Savage.
Oh my god,
sounds just freaking like him. If you ever see this, I'm telling you guys, go look for like YouTube. He has a great impersonation of Randy Savage. I mean, it's scary. It's scary how good it is. And he's tall and stuff. I think he could probably pull it off.
Yeah, but you need that stature too. But the magic of movie making, right?
Yeah. Give him a wig. Give him a long hair.
Salvation. Thank you. Oh yes, thank you. It was not our salvation.
We have such great peoples that we know that are able to.
Oh.
Ooh.
Now he might bring something to the role. I feel like he would do a lot of like Jarvis. Like, can we talk about
Robert Downey Jr. eating a burrito with ketchup on it?
Oh, yeah. No one's gonna recognize this. What this is? What is this? What is this item here?
I would have thought that Vince McMahon was joking if he said that to me.
And I think people probably were like
if I said this, like, 'cause you know me, right? And we always hang and stuff, and I'm always like, hey, like, nobody knows what Dr. Pepper is. What the hell is Dr. Pepper? And you're like, ha, 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 ha. I'd be like, no,
everyone knows who it's Dr. Thunder.
Water, man. What are you talking about? Yeah, this is RC Cola. What are you talking about? Yeah.
This is RC Cola. Yes.
Ugh, RC Cola. Do you like it?
No.
It's garbage. What is it?
Battery acid.
I talk about melting acid over freaking RC Cola. It's my god. It's just
talk about eating the paint off your car.
Ugh.
With RC Cola, you too.
Heard of RC cars, but RC Cola. It's remote controlled cola. It's disgusting.
Colon.
You know, we always get off on these things.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate RC Cola. I can't stand it. When I go to a restaurant and I order, I'll say, "Do you have the first question? Do you have Diet Dr. Pepper?" The answer is usually no. And then they'll say, "But we have Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi." All right.
Usually, yeah.
And I sip it, and I'm like, "This is RC Cola."
This is RC Cola. I know it. Damn it.
So disappointing. It's so disappointing because I love caffeine. Then I'm just like, "Can I just get a coffee?" But, like Marty McFly at that.
I was gonna say, how much wasn't it like just the normal? What would beat like the sugar levels today too, probably, and soda. Yeah. It was like caffeine and sugar.
Yep.
Something. Oh, I teased a little thing. Okay, so my one little anecdote about keeping Mr. McMahon awake, unlike us for like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Supposedly, he has a little briefcase, a little bag that he's always seen with, and people are saying that this is where he partakes in his thing. But he has this little bag, little fancy little bag. It's not a briefcase, but they call it his little medicine cabinet. So I don't know what's in there. Again, not gonna say Vince is on it doing anything, but there's also a thing that he's got a little bag that travels with him. This is possibly, maybe this keeps him up for 3 hours.
There's probably a burrito in there.
A burrito, yes.
Or a chocolate cake.
It's just the box of the chocolate cake mix. It's like, as long as this gets here, damn it.
Those insulated ones, Ryan. Maybe it's a snow cone.
Oh my God. There you go.
Snow cone.
It's actually a freaking it's a lunchbox. It's one of those like soft lunchbox snow cone. Matter of fact, he got CM Punk bars from back in a few weeks ago.
Oh, he picks him up. He's like, I miss you.
Punk. I had him. It was so close. He was with that show with Renee.
Oh, Phil. I'm allowed to call you Phil Brooks.
Give me the huggies.
I mean, we talked about Full Gear. We talked about what's it called? We talked about the releases. We did all the Vince McMahon stories. We did everything.
I know what's missing.
What's missing?
What our future topics are going to be.
Ooh, well, let me see how many people. We don't have a lot of people on, but for all of you that are,
our friends, our long haulers, our usual 4 hours.
Yes. Well, I'll say this. I'll even say this too. I mean, if you're listening to, this is a 2.5 hours. It's going to be a heck of a thing to watch tomorrow. But I'll say this: if you do, and if you're joining on here, here's your bonus. Last time we wrapped up our last live stream, we're going to talk about, we're going to do the Vince McMahon episode, or were we going to do wrestling related films? So now this time we were going to say we're going to do wrestling related films or viewer's choice, which is y'all. So if there is a topic that we can maybe, I don't know, in the next minute or so as we wrap up here.
Well, we also had that. I mean, we had that great topic with the characters, like the Star Wars characters. Even that. So. Yep. I mean, I would still love to do that as opposed, like even like an add-on on something. But if that wants to be something, we want to hear from you.
Yes, we want to hear from you guys for sure. So it's either wrestling-related films, right? So like Body Slam. What's that other one? Grunt. Any of these movies.
Hulk Hogan movies.
Yeah, sure. We'll even throw it out there. Any of the WWE films.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah, we'll just do a list on some of the ones we like.
Kane. Can we see Kane's penis?
Yeah.
Canis, you remember Canis?
Yeah. Only in this isn't, what is it called? What do they say? What's the porn parody? It's this ain't.
This ain't. Oh God.
Something like that. We'll do like a list of wrestling movies. We'll talk about wrestling movies you guys are interested in. Do that one. Let us know if that's the one you want to vote on. Yeah, let us know in like the next 30 seconds. Leave it in the comments.
And when you're thinking about that, we also have 2 non-related wrestling shows coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you enjoy the two of us talking and chatting, we're also doing a Thanksgiving special very shortly this month with, oh my God, terrible. Oh God, the menu, Jeff, the menu. We're using dollar store
terrible things.
Store Thanksgiving items.
We'll be eating a lot of terrible things. And what's it called? So and you guys get to vote on it. So right? I mean, we have some that are already
we have a basically a set menu, but then we also have a create your own thing that we're going to be posting on Instagram, like to vote on, basically, like a fan voted concoction of horror.
Yes.
Food horrors. Oh God.
Food horrors. Oof, yeah, we're gonna try not to throw up. We're gonna do a live stream too, so that
Oh yes, this is gonna be it's gonna be a live stream. I think Thanksgiving week we're planning it.
Yep.
So we won't keep you too long because I know people are busy and stuff, but we wanted to do this as a Thanksgiving thing.
It'll be like a mukbanging video, but like not really. I said it right? Is that it?
Yeah, but we'll be eating still. So if anyone has an eating fetish, we'll cash into that crowd too.
If you have an eating fetish, you'll definitely enjoy it. But yeah,
we'll make all the right. Ooh, ah, oh.
I mean,
delicious.
I was getting sick just even
thinking of it.
I don't want to think of. Yeah, I mean, we were writing it too. And we were coming up.
Vienna sausages evolved, just for anyone.
Oh yeah, I gotta go. You just remind me. I gotta go buy those.
Yeah, because we're having issues with the Dollar Trees. There's a Dollar Tree shortage, evidently, especially on Long Island.
The supply chain of canned meats. Pretty bad right now.
God
we're gonna
us.
do that. So you guys we'll put it up on social, like probably like a couple of the menu items you can choose from, and then we're just gonna have to eat it. And it's we don't. I don't want to say what we have yet, but.
Vince McMahon might be watching, but we also have another holiday special in December.
Yep.
This one I'm really excited about, Jeff.
Yes.
It is our Hallmark, and I'll leave it but our Hallmark movie
story / Lifetime Christmas movie, but we're gonna tell you the movie and we're gonna explain it to you, but we're gonna do it in a Mad Libs format. Which means we're going to be taking a huge plot of a story, what it's about, how it starts, the middle of it, how it ends, all the characters, but there's blanks. And Ryan and I are going to be pulling random, like out of a hat, we're going to be pulling random things out to fill in the story. So hopefully,
and it will be crazy. I mean, we got fun things. This is not just going to be like, and there was a snowstorm. No. We're going to do all the cliches. We're going to click every Hallmark Lifetime movie Christmas holiday cliche, and we're going to turn it on its head.
One of the nouns might be
Vince
McMahon's fanny pack with a burrito inside. Like, it's going to be pretty wild. We're not going to be doing it's not
Canis. Kane's penis.
Yeah.
Pulls out a 3-foot penis. There you go.
I forgot about that. We call it the canis. Yeah, the canis. So we're going to be doing that. We'll be doing that in December. And also, we'll probably maybe do another wrestling one over the holiday. We got some time, and probably do another wrestling. This one we're talking about right now.
The one we're probably voting on now, honestly. Yeah, but we definitely, those are the two that we have non-wrestling related. Right.
So we invite you all to join that. I left this one up here because we have a couple more before we sign off. This is great. This is from No Holds Barred. I love that. What's that? No. Yeah. So it's a real good. That's a real great line, Anthony. We're definitely going to talk about No Holds Barred.
He demands nakedness.
Thank you,
Lucia.
Yeah, we're glad you hung in there.
And thank you for appreciating whatever this randomness is, right? I mean,
what did I say? I get to it. What was it? If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to dye my hair, right?
Yes, we haven't forgotten.
Yeah, Lucia's going to hold me to that. I don't think I'm ever going to reach 1,000, but if I do, I'm going to be like, fuck.
Well, with your contest,
now. What's that?
Never know. With your contests, we're hoping for 500 for you.
Yeah, we'll see. If you guys haven't done that yet, please check out my Killer Clowns video. And I tried to do something fun, so it's fun to participate in it. It's not just like a giveaway or whatever. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And
thanks, Killing, for you're so good.
Oh, that's what my colon's gonna be yelling. Thanks, Killing.
Oh God, thanks, Killing. Yeah. No, you're gonna be yelling like Vince in another room.
Yes. Anything else, my friend? I'm gonna have more videos. I mean, as I get to them. I don't think I have any edited or in the can, so I'll try to get one out this week, but we'll see. You take a little time to do some editing. I have the Long Island 100 coming up, so I went to Long Island and collected all these movies. I got 100 pieces of physical media, and I rapid fire. I go off on it. So that was.
I love that the Long Island I'm feeling it in my heart.
Yes, I should have caught it the Hampton Hall. That was a miss. But Long Island 100's good. Long Island. 100.
I like that
because it's like a race. Because I have to do it under. So I try to do it in like 40 something minutes, but it's tough.
Wow,
it's tough. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining, everybody, especially on a Sunday night, especially on a work night.
Thank you so much. It means, and it's always so nice to see those familiar faces, and it truly means so much to us. So thank you.
Yes. Yeah, we love you guys. And I'll just wrap it up saying like I always do. Anytime you watch a GCAP recap, especially when it's the Radical Rasslin recap, we demand nakedness. But you always
that means all of you too out there demanded it. Everyone strip now. Yes. Forever hold your peace.
We demand nakedness, and what do you call it? You always have a seat at our bar. So till next time, my friends, be well.
See you. Bye. Thank you again.